gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster the train flies farther on down the track. I've lost every right to be happy. When I lost the heaven I found, she warned me she'd leave and she left me before my first tear hit the ground. She's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster the train flies farther on down the track. If only I knew where to find her, I'd crawl there on my hands and knees. Each tick of the clock there reminds her she's 1 second farther from me. She's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster the train flies farther on down the track. She's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster the train flies farther on down the track.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
When you become a Rogers volunteer, it's always an opportunity for everybody to come together and try different things that they've never been able to do before.
What I've learned here is different skills that I thought I would never even be interested in learning.
By being here at Rogers, I can learn all these different things that will help me be stronger.
Working here as a volunteer is a good way to get to know your community. It's a good way to learn how to work as a part of a team.
They're people from our community, so they know and they have a heart for our community to step outside of our comfort zone and do more.
Don't be afraid, because this is where you're going to gain the most valuable experience that you can use in your future.
I encourage everybody to be a volunteer at Rogers TV because not only do you grow professionally, you grow personally as well.
This is Rogers TV, New Brunswick.
Terrorists have laid siege to the landmark Taj, with as many as 1,000 guests and over 500 staff trapped inside.
To get through this, we must stick together. What are you people?
Let us.
Be careful. It's our time now.
This is Rogers TV, St. John.
This program is brought to you by MLB Extra Innings, part of the Rogers Super Sports Pack. Follow the teams and players you want to watch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 Maritime Bowl XVIII between the St. John Alpine Wanderers and the Moncton Mustangs here from Shamrock Park in beautiful St. John, New Brunswick. We've got a great evening. The teams were very anxious. They just kicked off in the coin toss,
Coach.
The Wanderers won and deferred to the second half. The Mustangs are beginning from about their own 25-yard line. Dan Comfort back. He throws it first play of the game.
Things are getting a little starting off pretty quick there, Coach.
They sure are. He Comfort threw that one to Akeem White. It was a little bit over his head. Real good coverage by the Wanderers. And we've got a penalty
Offside.
On the first play of the game. Wow, 5 yards against the defense. My name's Phil McGarvey. I'm here from Shamrock Park with John Kelly, perennial wall of granite guy, defensive tackle for the Wanderers for more years than we can remember. If we can count the grays in his head, we might be able to figure out how long. But Comfort. Pass out to Aubrey Ellis. Pass is incomplete. That will be second. After the last penalty, the Mustangs had a 1st and 5. They now have a 2nd and 10. Everyone's in a rush today. We have a full slate of officials. We have officials doing the sticks. I think we have 6 out on the field today. Comfort back. He wants to throw it again. He flips that one out to the outside. Looks like Cameron Bell. Was it Bell or Morley?
Real hard to see the numbers
I
there,
think
Coach.
that was Cameron Morley. With that, he's a goer with this team. He's had a great year. They use him on the outside. They use him at running back by times. Comfort back in the shotgun. He's got one man behind him. Looks like he may be ready to throw that ball again. They may have seen something in the film or the last time they played the Wanderers.
Looks like there's an issue with the clock on the field, Coach.
Already.
Coming to sort that out. It's a real difficult field for everyone involved. Without the city hasn't put up a score clock yet, so
yeah.
We rely on a small score clock on the side here, and it just looks like there are some technical glitches. So I'm sure the head ref will get that sorted out.
Yeah, they will. So the teams get ready.
Give the players a little bit of a breather. It's been a very warm day, a very nice summer day in St. John here. So
we don't get many of those, John.
You take them as you get them, Coach. It's
the one positive thing about the weather in St. John is cool and damp all year round. Yeah. So there isn't a lot of variance from summer to winter.
There's a nice breeze today, and playing in this league for a number of years, it's certainly is a joy when you get these nice cool afternoons, evenings. We were talking earlier with the league, the commissioner, Eric Sabian, and he asked, he said, do you think the guys really enjoy the switch in the season going from June, July to May, June? And I think it's
absolutely,
as a player, it's very beneficial. You get to spend the rest of the summer with your family. And
you might even be able to plan a vacation as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played early and married up with the senior girls playing the same time frame. So everything's good. And again, here we are in June, and instead of the 1st of July for the championship game, we're here today, June 22nd.
There we go.
And we're back in action. The clock's set up.
3rd down.
Comfort taps. Oh, takes the snap. Flags down all over the place. Maybe an offside. Oh, Danny Oliver got his hand on that. Almost pulled that one in. There's an old adage on the sidelines that the reason that a guy plays defense is that he can't catch the ball anyway. So
Well,
it's better that they knock it down anyway.
For most of those Wanderers, that would be true. But there is one guy on that field right now who's got probably the best hands.
On the offense.
That's Joel Seal.
Penalty has been declined.
Yeah.
Fourth down.
He sure does. He was probably for the last 6-7 years one of the top receivers in the league. He's flipped over to safety the last couple of years. We've got a fourth and about 3 yards to go. Punter out, 1 man deep. The kick is good. It is high. It is picked up in the air. Binkowski got that. Wow, he's back there deep. Binkowski is a beast. Brings that back to the Mustangs 50-yard line where the Wanderers offense will take over. Shango, Braith and company will come onto the field and see if they can move those sticks and get some points on the board. This would be in their first offensive series. It would be key. Look at that Binkowski go. Wow, cuts in and he never misses a step. He keeps moving forward. He picked up an extra 5 there after contact. He might be the real deal, John.
The Wanderers have always been very fortunate to find that guy.
Yeah.
It was John Haynes for many, many, many years, and Nick Binkowski has really stepped up.
He sure has. Galbraith back. Pitches that outside. Oh, Cutter Curnow. Curnow cuts it back inside. Picks up about 13. First down, Wanderers. That Tyler Curnow, he was a defensive guy. He'd actually played safety. I don't know if here he is now. Pitch outside. He finds that, cuts back inside Evan Arnold. Arnold had set up the block for him. He picked up about an extra 6 yards on that. Wanderers have a first.
Just a powerful runner. Just downfield.
Yeah, he is. Team switched out. Quarterback Shango Braith. Checking at the line, mixing things up. Little play action. Oh, a little pressure up the middle. A little pressure up the middle. A little confusion on that with the new running back. We have Evan Arnold in at the running back spot for that play. Tyler Canoe went off after the first one. A bit of a limp on him, so we're not sure.
He got hurt earlier in the season, and he took some games off. So hopefully he'll be back.
Yeah.
In a couple of plays.
2nd and 10, in at the Mustangs 31-yard line. Galbraith hands it off. Arnold. Wow, what a man!
His mother was telling us a story earlier, Coach, about him playing Pee-wee football.
And five guys on him.
Yeah. 5 guys
yeah,
pulling
I can't
him.
believe it. Yeah, Borkhammer Bell tried to stop that one in the middle, but I think our Mr. Arnold might have a couple 100 pounds on him.
He certainly is a big boy.
Wanderers are now faced with a 3rd and it looks like 8.
Yeah.
Very obvious passing down, John. They've got some pretty good receivers there. Nick Noel's out there, Nick Binkowski. They get the 2 young guys on the outside with all sorts of speed. Galbraith is back. He looks, he lets it go. Oh, look at that, Binkowski. Oh, my heavens. Fumble. They call that a fumble, a turnover.
That's not.
Picked up by Israeli Olunga. He returns that one to midfield. Wow. Flags all over the place. Let's have a look at that play again, John. That's back. Binkowski has to reach up for that one. He goes up, pulls it in.
Yeah.
It's punched. I don't know if that's punched out. It's hard to tell.
Looked like he kind of took it with one arm, took the other hand off.
Yeah, Lunga smartly picks that one up and returns that one looks like about 30 or 35 yards. Tackled by Arnold.
Yeah.
Loses his helmet in the fray.
Get those flags sorted out, Coach.
The officials are going to sort that out now.
It's going to be important for Sean Galbraith to just shake that off, get back into the game, and continue on. It's still early. These things happen.
Yeah, no, and that was actually a pretty good pass by Galbraith.
Dead ball foul, unnecessary roughness. 49 of the St. John team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That looked like a tackle to me. But
sometimes they say, you don't catch the first guy in on things, you always catch the second. So that could have been just something was said.
That's a fact.
Set him off. And here we are.
Yeah, Mustangs.
Into Wanderers territory.
There, pitch out to, looks like Morley again. He is fast. Oh, wow. Who's in on that? Chris Reed playing defensive end. Danny Oliver over the top. Make sure that tackle was complete. Let's see, that pitch out, that Morley, he is quick. They use him in that little end around. Bang. Oliver down on that. Chris Reed from his defensive end spot came up and made the tackle. Good hit by Reed. He came up from behind. He's playing the other side of the field. Comfort back, 2nd and 8. Hand
Right
off to Ellis. Right up the middle. He is met by the bunch. Rob Fox, Danny Oliver. Wow. Ellis is a tough, solid runner. Watch this one, folks. He takes that. Boom. That's Danny Oliver right there. Stands him up.
That's Danny Oliver's bread and butter right there.
It sure is. He is has man strength there in the middle. Ellis is an all-time great in this league. He's been around running that ball for a bit. He can find seams. He can make some stuff happen.
And he can hit.
Yeah. Comfort back. Little play action fake. Colin Slay went for that. Thought he had the pick. Let's see how close he was. There's the snap. Little play action fake to Ellis. Pitch out to, we're not sure. I guess he might have been trying to throw that to Leslie Green. Green is their probably their big, deep guy. He's a fast guy that played a number of years with Holland College and PEI and showed his stuff there.
Looks like we're going for it here on 4th. Nope, we're kicking it.
4th and 8.
4th and 8.
Yep, Ben George in to kick. He's got a leg.
Bit of a
field goal.
Bit of a side window.
Wow,
this
is a big field goal. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my heavens, he made it. Was
that from the 47, Coach?
Yes, it was.
That's
that
impressive.
That is hard to believe. That is very impressive. The wind, I think, is coming sideways across the field. But that ball looked to go straight through the uprights.
He really laid
Let's
into
have
that
a
one.
look. That one is up. All sorts of distance right down the pipe.
I think he could have hit 50.
I believe you're right. He's got a leg. We saw that. He punts for the team as well, for the Mustangs. And in the last game they had played, we had seen some tremendous punts from him.
They last time these guys played, they traded a couple of missed field goals too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Which either way could have really changed the flow of that game.
You know, John, it's the small things, and I know most people enjoy the offense and the defense, but the special teams is a full third part of this game, and so few of the teams spend really any amount of time on it. It's sad, but they only practice twice a week, so they don't really have a lot of time.
And all the years that I played for the Wanderers, I probably could count on one hand where we had actual team kickers.
Yeah.
They don't seem to come out, but Moncton has sure found a gem here. He's got a leg on him, and he's made a few games big difference for them.
He sure has. Yeah, I'm not sure what his background is. I'm trying to recall if he's a Moncton High guy or not.
Unfortunately, we don't have that information, so we just have their positions.
George is ready to kick. The Wanderers have 2 deep. Looks like Binkowski and Ringdeneen. Ball's blown over. George will set that up again. Let's see if he can hit the end zone here from the 45. Line drive, bounces off about the 30-yard line, picked up by Nanine. They did kick to him. He's a rookie. Wow, look at that
him
kid go. He bounces that one outside. He's cutting it back in. Wow. He is a $150 soaking wet. He takes that into Mustangs territory, into the Mustangs 51-yard line. Let's watch this again. That's hard to believe how these young guys with a little bit of speed.
Right up the gut, Coach.
He follows Binkowski, sets something up for him. Good alley set up by the kick return team. Young Ringdeneen cuts that one inside, tucks that ball nice and tight. Wow, great return. That's a 50-yard return 55-yard return for Ring Denis.
And the kicker made the tackle there.
It's probably a good thing he made it. Ring Denis might still be going.
Oh, big Evan Arnold. That was, I felt that from up here, Coach.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was, I think that was young Brandon Caldwell on the stop. Young Caldwell, he's a guy that actually used to play for the Wanderers.
He actually won a championship with us, I think, back in 2014.
I think you're right.
He moved to the Moncton area and decided to keep playing, and
yeah.
it's good to see those guys that can do that.
Yeah, he's a good young guy, Mr. Caldwell. And I think he plays both sides of the ball for the Mustangs.
He was catching some balls there last week, or 2 weeks ago.
Galbraith again. Another handoff. Arnold.
Just following his blocks. Is that?
Falls forward. Not much gain in the first one. Calmo met him in the hole, but he picks up, looks like 4 or 5 on that carry.
Ooh.
And,
we got some flags on the play here.
Oh, this is what turns coaches' hair white. Silly penalties. I'm not sure if we can see what happened here, but let's see. Arnold, 75, is out there making a block. Oh, knocked a couple down. Still going. Oh, blocks another guy. 87 pushes him to the ground. Somebody tripped over him.
Yeah, and then he grabbed somebody and threw him. There it is right there.
75, yeah.
That's Josh Richards.
On the offense, number 75, 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Oh, my. Josh Richards.
I haven't played in a number of these games, Coach. It's sometimes tempers just, things get a little hot.
Well, that's up to the coach to let the guys know that the game is bigger than what they want. Galbraith back. Oh, what a rifle. He slings that one.
There it is.
My heavens. What a catch. That's down.
Delaney Stewart.
That kid has wheels. I don't know how he gets open. He's a young guy just out of high school.
I mean, he just...
What's that, a 50-yard pass and catch? That was a beautifully thrown ball.
He really pulled his team out of it on that one.
Wow, he made that happen. He more than compensated for that penalty.
I think Josh Richards owes him a big thank you after the game.
I think you're right. The Wanderers now have a 1st and 10. They're in at about the Mustangs' 12-yard line. Galbraith back. Arnold again. They're trying to go to the left side this time.
The last time these two teams played, this is where they were the most effective. In close, just give the ball to Arnold and let him beat that rock in.
Yeah, I know that one of the things that the Mustangs had done, there he is, pounds for that. He's a big, strong man. The Mustangs that they're, I guess, slanting and shooting to try and cut off that run game. They're filling in all those gaps, and then the linebackers are able to flow to that a lot more quickly. Pitch out, Cernew's back in. Oh, Cernew got caught behind the line, flag down. Let's see. Nice pitch. Oh, who missed the block there? The right gackle missed the block there. Yeah. And we had Chris Brown. Chris Brown, the receiver, in the tackle.
Maybe we should have double-checked with Coach Terrace before we started.
We should have. Number 7 is not listed.
Seeing if there were any additions here.
Illegal block on the offense, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Block from the back.
That's probably good for the Wanderers. They got a little more distance, but as we saw in the 2 plays ago, they can pick up yards really quickly when they have to, John.
When you're that close, it's hard for those guys with speed to get up to speed.
It is. Oh, I believe that's a 2nd and 50.
Evan Arnold out here.
In the slot.
Yeah.
Oh, he catches the ball. Oh. Wow, he is.
There it is.
Touchdown Wanderers.
Evan Arnold.
Play. That spread formation with Arnold out in the slot. I don't believe that if you get a young man who's 305 pounds running against support defensive backs who are usually 100 and some odd pounds.
He shouldn't move fair. Like that for a big guy that
Let's
big.
Have a look. I don't know. Yeah, we may not see the replay.
Yeah, we had Noel and Delaney Stewart out on one side.
Yeah.
And Binkowski and Arnold on the other. And I mean, that's we could be seeing that a lot with Curnew in the backfield.
Yeah. Ring Deneen with the hold. And the kick is good. That moves the score to the St. John Alpine Wanderers 7 and the Moncton Mustangs 3. That may be what the Wanderers needed to get things going.
Well, it helps after their first possession stalled with the interception, and then a couple of bad penalties put them into some real precarious field position. But they seem to have recovered and had a couple big plays from a couple big players.
Yeah, we're just going to hope that they can settle down on the penalty end of it, because these teams are that evenly matched that penalties could very well dictate the outcome of this game, John. A stupid penalty here. You know, sometimes penalties happen and the coaches go along with them, but the silly ones are not necessary. This is Pasternak kicking, isn't it? Pasternak? He hits that one high, hits it short, it bounces. Good opportunity for the Wanderers. Oh, good coverage. Bang, he's down just outside the 30-yard line.
So last time Dan Comfort got the ball, they made it all the way down for a field goal. So it'll be exciting to see what Coach Terrace has this time.
Akeem White can't corral that. Those guys really like to get that on in the air.
And Daniel Bell was in on that tackle there.
This young Bell, number 8 for the Wanderers. He's we might have to call him a phenom, because he is a young guy, just graduated from high school. I think he's on his way to Mount Allison next year. And he can cover anything. Ellis with the handoff.
Rob Fox just
Fox saved.
Did Rob Fox things there.
Wow. Cameron Morley tried to bounce someone outside. He actually looked like he had some space on that. There was green space there. Rob Fox was pushed inside. Good block. Oh, that was maybe not a proper tackle, but
he just did Rob Fox things. That's what you say. Rob Fox can do Rob Fox things.
That was the guard or the gackle. The guard and tackle together. Had a good seal on Fox in that play. Handoff once again. Oh, wow, right at the line of scrimmage. It looked like a clothesline. Who was in on that? Matt Porter.
Matt Porter.
That's your old position, isn't it, John? Playing tackle right there in the middle. Let's have a look and see what Mr. Porter did on this play. Handoff. Morley. He is, Porter got right in there. He had some help around the outside. That will leave us with, is that a 3rd and 8?
Yeah, third and 8, Coach.
3rd and 8. Comfort back. Once again, handoff. No, play action. Nice play action.
Oh, that is Caldwell.
Brandon Caldwell. We had just talked about Mr. Caldwell, defensive end. Oh, we see he's down. I hope that's not anything too serious. If we can get a look at that, he was coming across the back of the field. He was probably set up in the H position or in one of the slots or tight end on the right side of the field. And he came across, and that ball was a little bit high. And I love Brandon Caldwell to death, but I do not believe that he can go up in the air and pull that one down. Let's see. Yeah, he would have had to go up just off his fingertips.
He was about 2 steps away.
Yeah. And he had extended, and I believe the way he had extended it, his ankle, his knee, let's see. Oh,
I think he's good.
He's moving around. I think we'll see him back again soon. Look at that, shaking that off. Good man, Caldwell. That was a nice play. That Dan Comfort had quarterbacked at Mount Allison, so he's got and I think he came up through the Moncton football system. He has a ton of football experience quarterbacking, and that was maybe one of the prettiest play action passes I've seen in a little while, John.
He had a lot of people fooled on that. And now we're back to punt.
4th and 8. Mr. George back to kick. We've got one man deep for the Wanderers. But it happens to be Nick Binkowski. He lets it bounce, picks it up on the first bounce at his own 35.
Oh, he's met right away.
Met right away. That's all right. Get the ball, secure the ball. That's the main thing. But that's high. Again, if he comes forward and catches that in the air, he's got automatically about another 10 yards. But the teams down there, they had motion people on the outside coming down. Binkowski hangs onto the ball. Wanderers still have pretty good field position. They're just at about their own 38-yard line. I think we may see some more adventures from our quarterback, Mr. Galbraith.
Yeah, we've got the same crew out.
Curnow.
He kind of lost that ball there in his knees, and he was really holding on. But
let's see, I think it was Cameron Bell on the stop for the Mustangs. Hand off. Well, it's sort of clean. Oh, he's carrying that awful low. Yeah, that was. He was probably lucky to hang on to that one, John. He picked up about a yard and a half on that. It'll be second and about 8. Galbraith back. Oh, he's intercepted. Olunga with his second turnover of the day.
And he's still going. There he goes.
Olunga.
Wow.
Steps up in front of Arnold.
He just jumped right in front of him.
Look, that one of the Mustangs tipped that up, I think. It was tipped.
Oh, he tipped it to himself.
Oh, he did tip it to himself. Picked that up, jumped right in front of Arnold. Binkowski almost had him there at his foot. Curnow on the tackle. Bang. Oh, who was that? John Atherton, fullback, halfback.
The kid they call Gingy.
Gingy. And the Mustangs have what looks like their best field position of the day. They've got a 1st and 10 in about the Wanderers' 26-yard line. Comfort. He's got a 3-man line and like a tight end, and H up there. He's got 3 receivers to his right. Hand off to Ellis up the middle. He bounces left, looking for space. Brought down by Ring Deneen and Oliver. Tyler Ring Deneen on that tackle. That's a nice play. Ellis reads that, bounces out, cuts it back inside where he had a little bit of green space, but the Wanderers defense, both of these defenses seem to be playing very well against the run today, John. There's not a lot of yardage on the ground, I don't believe, from either team.
They're really trying to go up the middle, too.
Oh, Comfort kept the ball. That was a broken play, I believe.
I don't think the coach drew it up like that in the practice plan, Coach.
No, he was looking for the running back on the other side, and no one's there. Whoops. Let's make some space. Let's get down. Yeah, the quarterbacks are better to go down in a situation like that because you don't want your quarterback out of the game. Most teams are 2 or 3 quarterbacks deep, but if you've got a guy who started all year, you'd rather he was in all game playing.
Last game these two teams played, Dan Comfort, I think he had a real good run at one point.
Yeah, we got a new quarterback in now. Brady Newcomb is in. Newcomb's back. Play action. He's rolling to his right. He's looking down the field. Wow, nice arm. He tosses that one deep.
Oh, wow.
Touchdown. Wow. He went up high. Was that Leslie Green? I think that was Leslie Green.
That was Leslie Green.
He is tall. He's about 6'4". Let's see. Newcomb. Really high ball. He throws that to where only Green can catch the ball. About 2 or 3 feet over the defensive back's head. We're not sure if he pushed off or not, but the defensive backs always insist that there was a push-off. Ben George for the point after, the snap, the kick. It's good. Mustangs with that recent run have altered the scoreboard to 10-7 over the Wanderers with 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play, John. Wow. we saw some stuff there.
Moncton has scored off of both turnovers.
Yeah.
And that could be a very important key to this game.
Well, yeah, we talked about penalties earlier. Penalties and turnovers are absolute killers. And, yeah, I know from the sidelines, if you're not on the field, it's frustrating. But for the players out there, they're out there doing what they do. And sometimes things don't fall the way you'd like. George ready for the kickoff. We've got, again, 2 men deep. I think they kicked to young Ring Deneen on purpose because Binkowski's back there, and Binkowski may be the best receiver in the league. But young Ring Deneen brought that one back about 50 or 55 yards the last time. So we expect either of these men are going to have a pretty good return. George has a great toe. And we're off high and deep. Wow, is it ever? That one is down into the end zone.
What a
Ring
kick.
Deneen brings that one out. He's up to the 10, 20, 25 flags on the ground. He's still on his feet, falling forward. He's still moving. Wow. That young guy has an awful lot of heart. Looks like he brought that one out past the 30-yard line. That's a 30-yard. Let's have a look. Wow, that is a kick. That is in the end zone, I believe, John.
It is. Yeah. If it wasn't, it was on the 1-yard line.
Yeah. And young Ring Deneen, he's looking for space. He's got the sun in his eyes. He's still, look at that. All the effort that kid has.
It looks like we had a face mask, probably.
What a great effort, young Ring Deneen. That would be against the...
Yeah, against the Mustangs. There was a face mask on Ring Deneen there. Tyler Ring Deneen.
You don't like to see those. The players have a chance to get their necks tweaked and all sorts of things, but unfortunately, a lot of the face masks I've seen are players going to make a tackle, and then the person they're trying to tackle ducks down.
Unnecessary roughness on the kicking team, number 87, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Number 7, we don't know who that is.
We don't have a number here for him. Let's check on that.
We're going to call him John Doe. Big penalty on John Doe on that one. Motion by the Wanderers. Galbraith is back. Flips that one out. Oh, he's got a nice pass out there to Binkowski. Picks up about 3 or 4 yards. Drops that one over. Good coverage by the 2 men on Binkowski. They generally bracket him. They'll have 2 guys covering him. He's if he gets a little bit of grass, if he can see the field at all, he picks up 15 to 50 yards every play. And Curnew again, right up the middle, pounds that one up. He picks up about
tackle by number 7 again.
7 or 8.
We're gonna have to find out who that number 7 is.
John Doe on the tackle. Yep, Doe on the tackle. Curnew, nice run, right up the middle. 3rd and 4.
Alec Pellerin was in there as well. Number 32.
Galbraith drops back, looks, wow. Found him. Oh, threw that one outside to Curnew. He's got a first down. I'm going to guess that.
Was that the spinneroonie right there?
The spinneroonie.
That was
famous
Booker T's,
Sean Galbraith spinneroonie.
Booker T's spinneroonie.
He's looking around. I'm thinking that the receiver didn't go where he was supposed to. And the QB wisely and smartly spun around and gets that out to Tyler Curnew, who picks up a first down for the Wanderers. They're now in Mustangs territory and at their 51-yard line.
You have 44, a little over 30 seconds left, and we'll be switching sides here. So Sean Galbraith,
pressure.
He'll get a little bit of reprieve from that sun.
We're back. Looks like,
number 32.
Yeah, 26. Tyler Curnew missed that pickup. He cut in front of the QB. And the defender came in and sacked the QB. I don't know. as running back, Cornu has done a phenomenal job.
There's quarter time.
Yeah, the guys could be nervous. This is actually a big game for most of them. The Wanderers are a very young team. Galbraith is back. Oh, another deep one. Oh my heavens, another interception.
He brings it back to the 50, coach.
Was that number 2?
That is number 7.
John Doe.
This guy's having a game.
He throws it up, but once again, Binkowski, they are draped all over him. They have 3 players on Binkowski, no chance for him. John Doe picks up the deflection and returns that one to the Wanderers' 50-yard line. That's 3 turnovers now
in the first quarter.
Yeah, and I guess one might say that they need to settle down. This is a huge game. Wanderers, very young team. There are a few vets out on the field, but otherwise a very young team. And for a lot of the guys, if it's their first one.
I very much appreciate Matt Cormier, who sent me the number 7's name. It's Jerome. I can't pronounce his last name. I apologize. We're going to call you Jerome.
Jerome Doe. Oh, we got a man down on the field. QB takes the snap. Oh, that's a QB keep.
Oh,
that's Morley. Cameron Morley. With some trickery, but he's... Oh, no, it was the...
Jarek McWilliams, one of the O-linemen.
McWilliams, oh, yeah, okay.
Looks like somebody just sort of rolled on the back of his legs.
That can happen. Those poor offensive linemen, they do all the hard work. They don't get any respect. You defensive line guys take all the glory, John.
Well, things like that happen.
Mustangs line up. They've got four alignment. Comfort's back again. Rolls out to his right. Flips that one to nobody. I think he was trying to hit Cameron Morley, but he was under some pressure there. Chris Reed was closing the gap pretty quickly, so he got rid of that. Smart play on his part. That will set up a 3rd and 6. Yeah, so during this series, we'll hope that the Wanderers offense can get settled down there and overcome the turnover issue they've had. Comfort again, pitch out to Morley. He's got wheels. He cuts it inside. Chris Reed, look at that kid. He's playing defensive end, and he makes the tackle coming around from the backside. What's this, John? Nice pitch out. He's going with the lead Brock. Ellis is out in front. Reed is out there. What a kid. And Josh Brown was in to knock somebody down just for fun, which is what Josh Brown likes to do out there. I think he enjoys the contact. What do you think, John?
I think that's that would be 100% certain right there.
So we've got a 4th and 5. We have Ben George back for the kick. Again, 1 man deep for the Wanderers. Binkowski's back. He's showing George a lot of respect. This one's a little shorter, and it angles to go out of bounds, which is probably a smart play on George's part because that nullifies the chance for a return. Binkowski extremely dangerous, and the Wanderers take over 1st and 10 at their own. Wow, what's that, 16-yard line? Yeah, great kick by George. So we'll see here, John. And again, I know that the Wanderers offense, they have about 300 plays in that playbook and maybe as many formations. Whether it's that or a case of the jitters, the turnovers are not customary for this team. They're pretty well oiled. They've actually been using the same offense for a number of years now. So let's just see if the boys can settle down and get some good things to happen. Galbraith back. Wow. Oh, wow. I can't believe that.
That was number 71, Jonathan Atherton.
Atherton, wide. Wow.
That was
Galbraith. Once again, he's back. He sees what he wants. The Mustang defenders are back there. They're obviously dropping back to pick up those crossing patterns.
The intended target there was of Evan Arnold.
Again, a big guy. He's got good hands. About a 5-yard gain on that, 2nd and 5. Sean Galbraith back again. Handoff. Binkowski tries to cut that up inside. He picks up 2 or 3. Looks like we're going to have a 3rd and maybe 2. 2.5. Yeah.
Coach Mike McGarvey there calling in the plays. So
yeah, I think he should know his stuff. He's been doing the offense on the team for a number of years, and they've had some reasonable success. The winning percentage of this team is unbelievable over the last 18 years. Sean Galbraith back. Pitch. Nick Noel.
That's his first touch of the game.
It is. And that Nick Noel, that's a first down easily. Galbraith back. He's looking over. I don't know if he looks early or not, but the way that the Mustangs are bracketing or double teaming Binkowski, number 2, I would suspect that, and maybe even Arnold. They may be doing that with Arnold because I know in the run game they focus on him. The last game they keyed on him, I believe.
Moncton's really attacking the ball too. I noticed when they had him wrapped up there that number 16, Maury Kamara, he was trying to pull that ball out.
Yeah.
It's the little things.
Curnew bounces. He cuts through. About a 5-6 yard gain for Curnew on that. Nice run. He takes that one. Very patient at the line, looking for his space. Then he accelerates really quickly through it, powers forward, always keeps the feet moving, keeps the body moving. The result, he's picked up, looks like about 6 yards on that. Great effort by Curnew. Cutter Curnew, as they call him in the dugouts. 2nd and 4-5. Galbraith. Oh, nice pass. Really quick inside slant. Binkowski steps in and catches that before the defenders can converge too quickly. Bang. But he's got a man. He looked 2 guys right on him.
That would be Dave Cuthbertson and number...
Cuthbertson, yeah. He's an interesting character. He flies in from Toronto every week to play for the Mustangs.
Really?
He does. I'm not sure how that arrangement works, but
wow.
Yeah. All right.
That is dedication.
Oh, all sorts of pressure.
That's number 32, Alec Pellerin. He just came right up the middle. There was nowhere for Sean to go there. He.
Now I see that on the offensive line, I'm not sure what side he came on, but I see that Tyler Guimond isn't there. They've got Josh Richards in his spot. So I'm not sure if something's happened to Tyler because he's played there all year long, number 52.
He's been playing on special teams, so...
Yeah, we're not sure. Now, it could be a practice thing. They might have put some new stuff in and he didn't pick it up at practice.
Very well could be.
Sean Galbraith back. He's looking. He flips that one over. Noel picks that one up. What a catch.
We got a number of flags on the play here, Coach. We've got Josh Richards with a holding call. Officials
think they
hat.
roughed the quarterback, did they?
Wow.
Let's have a look. Yeah, they hit him afterwards and knocked him down.
There's a couple of flags there.
Holding. Oh,
holding and then roughing the quarterback.
Yeah, so that will actually benefit the Wanderers because the roughing the passer involves more yardage.
And unfortunately, that nice catch by Nick Noel will be eliminated.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. They may end up with a first down out of this. They were second and 15. The officials talking to the captains. Bobby McIntyre out there, Nick Binkowski. We're going to find out what the damage is here very shortly.
Bobby McIntyre, he's another one of those guys that's played for a number of teams in this league. He is originally from the Fredericton area, played for the Capital Area Gladiators, and when they folded, he came over and started playing for the Moncton Mustangs.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. I think actually he lives in St. John and works for a local company, and he plays for them. The rivalries run deep here. Yeah, lives in St. John, plays for Moncton. Well, no different than the guy from Toronto, I guess, John. If you have to fly them in from all over the country.
2 fouls on the penalty, on the play. We have a hold on the offense, unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer on the defense. Net result is 5-yard automatic first down.
There you go.
Well, actually, there was a little beneficial for the Wanderers.
The sticks didn't really move, but
they picked up a first down plus 5 yards. So, the hit in on Sean Galbraith was late. I mean, his arm was clearly down. The defensive guys know better. They should. Galbraith back, hand off to Curnew. Curnew pounds that one. He got a couple of yards and then got swarmed, but
Moncton's been doing a real good job with those gang tackles.
Well, I say if you watch, they slant to one side, they all slant down, and they shoot one of the linebackers around the outside, and he had to come in from behind, and they're basically jamming the holes. I mean, if there's no hole, then you can't run, but there are blocking schemes to overcome that. Let's just see what the guys can do now.
Well, we got Evan Arnold here on the line.
He's acting as either an offensive lineman or tight end. Oh, look at that. Oh, my heavens.
Dear.
I can't believe it.
Number 4.
Elongo with that. Wow, he is having himself a day. That's his third turnover.
That is his third turnover, and that one's going to the house.
All the way to the end zone. 6 points for the Mustangs. Yeah, I'm not sure what Israel Olonga. Let's have a look. Galbraith's back. Throws that one right over the middle. It's got enough height, but I'm not sure who he was shooting for. It looked to be
really
beyond
sure
Binkowski. Olonga cuts back in. Those offensive linemen aren't really used to trying to make a tackle. They didn't have a chance on that one. Nice play by Olunga. Wanderers need to settle down and address that turnover issue. They're going to be, if George is successful, the Mustangs are going to have a 10-point lead here very soon. The defending champs need to settle down to make this a game. Comfort with the hold. George with the kick. It's good.
Yep.
Moncton Mustangs 17. St. John Wanderers 7. We have 7 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the first half of play. And we think it might be high scoring. We think it's going to be exciting. And we think it's going to go right to the very end, John.
Certainly, we need to, I think they might have to start trusting their run a little bit more. The Wanderers need to settle down out there.
Well, I think if they can, it's hard to say from here because on this side of the field, I've never lost a game making decisions or coaching. But there seems to be a heavy concentration in the center of the field of Moncton Mustangs. I think if somehow the Wanderers can get outside with some decent plans and maybe some screens and that kind of stuff to get outside, they could start to make some hay. But that stuff right down the middle has been killer for them today, John.
They when they're double and triple teaming guys like Nick Binkowski, that just says that there's somebody else running out with nobody around them.
George with the kick. It's high, picked up in the air by Ring Deneen. He is going. Look at that kid go, man! Right out to the 40-yard return. Great kick by George. Great return by Ring Deneen. Wanderers have a little over 2 minutes remaining to maybe try and get some points on the board and make this real tight going into halftime. Look at Ringdonine. Wow.
No fear.
Not a lick of fear. Had a couple of guys in that. Nathan Anderson, one of the guys in on the tackle on special teams for the Mustangs. Wanderers coming back out. Sean Galbraith, Josh Richards, Binkowski, John Atherton.
We got the offensive line still Ruben Dan, Bailey Bechara, and Josh Richards out here.
Yep. Yeah, and they're basically all new this year.
Yep.
But they've really progressed. The one that here's the snap. Oh, there we go. Nice.
Nick Noel.
Nick Noel pulls that one in. That's first down. That's a little bit about what we talked about, John. Trying to get quickly to the outside.
He's got to go back to that Nick Noel.
Nick is unbelievable. He's played for a number of years. I actually know him, coached him in high school. And he can catch over the middle and take a hit like nobody's business.
Sean really, they really clicked early in the season, and he's found Nick Noel a lot. I think he needs to get back to that trust, and you just know that Nick's going to be there.
Galbraith back, pitch out to Arnold outside. Again, they're trying to go outside. Ooh. Wow. Bobby McIntyre.
Wow, that's
he got whacked. Is he still up? Oh,
that was Evan Arnold down on the field.
Wow, that is unusual. I would say Mr. Arnold.
I think he might have tripped.
Yeah, it might have been a lower body thing. Let's have a look. Arnold there puts the ball in the right, pushes off. Look at that. Boom.
Oh no, that was a knee.
He got a knee?
Well, it looked like he bent. He didn't look like he bent in a way that a man should be bent.
Yeah.
And he's still down.
Yeah,
that's not good.
As indicated, I don't know if you noticed in our in the program today that was handed out, Devin's heading to Cold Lake, Alberta, beginning his journey with the armed forces out there. Going to do some work in construction engineering. He's a good kid.
Here it is again, Coach. If you watch that knee, he kind of bent back before he rolled over, and that's not a good.
And I think number 6 was just complaining that he got hit.
Yeah.
Of course, I think he does that a lot, though.
Number
6.
That number 6, he's that Bobby McIntyre. You can usually hear him on the sidelines.
that would be an understatement. Yeah.
Just make sure that proximity mic is on mute when Bobby's around, because sometimes he may say things that may infuriate the other team.
Yeah. All right. The outside work, great pursuit by the Mustangs defense on that. We had talked about trying to get the outside, but they had pursued pretty well.
They were all over him.
2nd and 11. Galbraith back. Little screen pass to
Curnew.
Curnew finds his way through, cuts that wide. Oh, he's up within a yard of a first down. I was going to mention in one of our earlier play, young Mr. Galbraith, quarterbacks, he takes that ball. He's very patient, sets that up really nicely. The one player, and Curnew with that, finds some space, cuts over, cuts in, keeps pounding. Well, he might have had enough for, his forward motion was, they're really close to a first down.
This is almost a gimme in Canadian football with the 1 yard neutral zone.
It should be. I don't know, I guess we've got a run play here. We've got an I formation, power formation in there. I'm not sure why they didn't QB keep that, but they've got the big guy there, Atherton, Curnew.
Just follow behind him.
Looks like, I don't know if Binkowski missed the guy coming in off the edge there.
Yeah.
Someone missed a block, and that's when you get those tackles, it's pretty obvious someone's missed a block out there.
This is a big 4th down for the Wanderers coming up.
4th and almost a yard.
Galbraith just fall forward.
Yeah.
There he goes.
He's got it.
Yeah.
The one thing I've noticed, I've followed the team pretty closely from game 1 early this year, and the individual I think I'm most impressed with, who's advanced, I think, beyond what anyone might have expected, is Sean Galbraith. There are a lot of big guys in this league. Sean had played a couple of games in the last couple of years, but to take this team on his shoulders with the history, he is level-headed, he is cool, he makes great decisions. His arm has gotten better as the year's gone on.
He certainly had a lot of big shoes to fill with John Galacki.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people seem to forget is Sean Galbraith actually filled those boots once before.
Yeah, for one game.
It was a playoff game. It was here, and I believe it was against the Halifax Buccaneers. And John Galacki was away, had a trip planned with his girlfriend, and couldn't say no, so he left, and we won that game with Sean Galbraith.
Sean, yeah. No, he's. Delaney Stewart. That was a beautiful pass. I think this was one of those situations. There's the pass. He was running before he had the ball. On those deep patterns, he's been almost unstoppable. He can run under the ball, and he's got the speed to do that, John.
He certainly is fast.
Galbraith back. He's looking to throw that. Oh, there
Back
he goes. There.
That's
That's the play we talked about. Oh, that. No penalty? Oh, wow. That was close.
Mr. McIntyre got lucky on that one.
He had his hands in there. That looked like a clear penalty. Let's have a look at the replay. Galbraith, beautiful.
Pretty amped up.
Beautiful pass. Look at that. Nice position. Lets that one go. Yeah.
There was a lot of ball there.
Yeah. There's a lot of arm in there.
Yeah. Bobby McIntyre's got his swagger there. He's wiggling.
He is a wiggler.
Third down, Sean Galbraith. Oh no! That's one of those football plays, Coach. You just can't prepare for that. That ball came up, popped him in the helmet, and
yeah. Well, sometimes
right in the top of the head, and Bobby McIntyre almost with the interception. So we're on another fourth down.
4th and 10. We've got 4 minutes remaining.
It's Sean Galbraith still in this game, so looks like the Wanderers are going for it.
Not out of character for the Wanderers.
If they're on their side of the field, they're going for it.
Yeah.
Nick Noel wide open.
Oh! Noel goes down. That ball is just a little bit low. Wow. Great effort by Noel. That was a nice pass by Galbraith. He sees him. Noel goes down. Oh.
Just a little bit outside of his fingertips.
If he'd made that, he wouldn't have had to buy himself a coffee for a year. Huh? We have 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Mustangs take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Wanderers defense back out on the field. The 10-point difference, I don't know if it's indicative. There have been some big plays that made that happen. The turnovers have been key. Is that Ellis or more? Yeah, Ellis with the ball. Bounces forward. Colin Slay in with the tackle. Hand off. Oh, somebody up there. Oh, that was Colin Gallagher, Colin Slade. Both the Collins in on that stop.
You got to give Moncton's credit. Their O-line, those guys play. They've played together for a long time, and they're a good, fun group of guys to play against.
Comfort. Wow, what a rifle!
Ooh. No, he just lost that one, Coach.
Yeah, White couldn't. Keem White
no,
down on
that was Cameron Bell, number 14.
Was it?
Oh no, he's 16. Wait.
Yeah, Keem White.
Oh, Cameron Bell's number 4. I wrote it down on the wrong one, Coach.
Oh, Akeem
That's
White.
my bad. All right. Team white.
The officials are indicating we have 3 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Score of 17-7. All sorts of good stuff going on in this game in the first half. The second half will be a little bit different. I expect we'll see some adjustments. Oh, Comfort back. I don't know if that was that ball was snapped a little bit early.
Certainly, the story of the first half has been the Wanderers with four turnovers.
Actually, with 4 turnovers and just a 10-point deficit, that's I hate to say fortunate, but they're I guess lucky.
Yeah,
it could be an awful lot worse, John.
Well, 4th down, so Nick Binkowski's coming in to take that kick again, and hopefully Sean Galbraith and company will have another shot to make it at least a 3-point game.
Yeah, they could do that. It wouldn't take too many plays for them to put 7 more on the board and have it a 17-14 game going into the half.
The Wanderers certainly have shown they have speed on the outside. They can, those foot races. They've got that. They've got that there. They just need to get that ball into place.
Yeah.
But let's see the big leg of Ben George.
Bang! Once again.
Great.
Bounces behind Binkowski. He's back to his own 20. He rails up the middle of the field, swarmed by at least 3 of the Mustangs in there. Ellis is in on that tackle.
Cameron Morley's in there.
Morley too. Those guys do everything.
Well, in a game like this, you roll with your horses.
Yeah, you do. I guess if you get the ball, you want to have the ball every play, regardless of yeah. They're the go-to guys in on those plays. Wanderers offense going to come back out. I don't think we've seen the best of this offense yet anyway, the Wanderers offense. They
just seem to be missing a beat right now. Hopefully at halftime, Coach Mike McGarvey can sit them down, calm them down, and bring them back out.
Yeah, they'll go in at halftime and make some adjustments. They'll see what the Moncton defense is doing, and they'll adjust to that. Galbraith back. Quick pass out. Delaney Stewart. That's nice. He's got about a 7-yard gain on that. Let's see. Yeah, quick out. Nobody around him. He can catch that one. See, if you could do that every play, John, you could march down the field. Because, we got 4 downs. If they can pick up 7 yards every play, you can move the sticks.
Bobby McIntyre and Tyler Cameron on that side of the field.
Does it look like they're trying to target throwing against Bobby McIntyre?
Well, it's hard to say. Oh, look at that. Tyler Curnew.
Wow. Damn, 10 yards.
Just pulling the crowd with him.
When he gets ahead of steam, again, watch. He's smart. He finds a spot, runs through. He sees some more grass, bounces to his left a little bit. First down, Wanderers.
Little Tyler on Tyler action there. We had Tyler Curnew running the ball and Tyler Cameron with the tackle.
Right on. Go right back. Curnew again. Oh, wow.
Nothing there.
They shot somebody right up there into that gap. Looks like Cameron Bell. Yeah, Bell came right up. He's a defensive back, so for him to shoot up. They had a blitz or some kind of scheme on there. But he's... he's playing back a little bit. It looks like he's in a linebacker role, though, tonight. Yeah, he's playing linebacker. 2nd and 10. Wanderers have some motion. Galbraith back. He's looking to his right. Oh, he steps out. Oh, my heavens. Another interception.
Just jumped in front of that one, Coach. That is number 87.
Is that Chris Brown, the receiver?
Chris Brown.
I think it's Chris Brown.
In our program, it's number 87, Chris Brown.
All right, let's have a look.
That's
Galbraith's back.
Man.
Drops over. He evaded that. He's good. He looked like he had a clear run, but I guess he didn't see Brown coming up to step in front of Binkowski. Now, Binkowski maybe should have...
kind of looks like he stopped on his route there.
Yeah, I don't know. He's limping around a little bit. I know he was hurt a little bit earlier in the year. He'd actually missed the last game against the Mustangs. The kick is good. Wow, with 1 minute and 39 seconds, the Moncton Mustangs are up by a score of 24-7 over the St. John Wanderers. The Wanderers bench is quiet. They don't know what's going on.
Coach Jowdy over there is going to get his troops back and get their headspace in and really get them focused. I mean, 24-7 is not a deficit that the Wanderers can certainly handle that in a couple of plays.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not insurmountable. And again, if the teams, a lot of the teams are quite envious of the Moncton group. They end up with, I think they have, 6 or 8 coaches over there. And you can do a lot of work and make a lot of stuff happen. Watch game film, do some scheming and some planning. The Wanderers have, 2 coaches, 3, I guess, a head coach and 2 others. So it's tougher when you don't have the bodies to do what you need to do.
Coach Harris has really created an atmosphere with the Mustangs. I mean,
he sure has.
Their social media accounts, I follow them. Sometimes it's better when
George with a short kick.
There we go.
Picked up at the 35. Cody Reed hangs onto that ball, brings it back up to the 41-yard line. Nice return by Reed. Pretty good coverage. They don't want to kick deep to one of the speedy guys, so they send it to one of the tough-nosed guys. That Cody Reed, a pretty tough-nosed kid.
There's his brother standing right next to him.
Yeah.
Chris and Cody. But what I was saying earlier about Moncton, and I mean, their social media account is incredible. They plug high school games in the off season. They promote the scores. They've really done, and Coach Harris has done a great job with that team.
You wouldn't think he could do better than when he was playing, because when he was playing, he was, I don't know if that was his nickname, Terrace the Terror, was it?
Oh, he was all over the place.
Hand off Curnew once again. Oh, great run by Curnew up the middle. Picks up 7 yards on that. 1 minute and 31 seconds remaining. Let's see. He takes that. Again, the backside. They've got that guy coming on the outside. Curnew goes the other way.
He just got tripped up.
No, he finds, he cuts across. He sidles sideways and cuts forward. Does a great job. Once again, Curnew. Oh, wow. No room at the end. Felix LeBlanc. First time we've called Felix's name tonight. That he and Pellerin were in on that stop. That'll set up a third and about 5. With 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Play action, screen out. John Atherton gets that. Gingy. John Atherton, great
all by
hands.
Himself.
He's up through high school. Let's see. Good play action. Nice pass by Sean Galbraith. Great catch. Now, he's got that in the wrong arm, but you know what? There's a man who played center most of his life.
Well, it's funny. We talked about Nick Caldwell on the Moncton Mustangs, and how
Brandon Caldwell.
Sorry, how he's been playing. He was playing a little bit of receiver, and here we have Jonathan Atherton. Same thing.
Yeah.
He all last season he was the center for the Wanderers, and here he is.
And we see Andrew Hislop being walked off the field.
And the referees are checking in on the time clock. A lot of people don't realize with how the time works in Canadian football. At the 3-minute warning, it's stop time.
Yeah.
And when the referee he'll drop his arm, that's when the time starts. When the ball's set.
Yeah, so they've set the clock. Looks like we've got 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining. Wanderers offense, 1st and 10. They're just at about midfield at about the 55. Cabraith once again. Curnow. Oh, yeah. Wow, look at that. Oh, he bounced backwards. He came back looking for a seal. Picked up about 3 on that. That's all right. 3 yards. You're right, though, John. Stop time. Now, that play did take about 14 seconds. So there's Curnow. Tucks that one good. Oh, he runs behind Dan. Nice push-off by Ruben Dan on that.
Yeah.
Curnow knocks
91.
one of the defenders down, but
Felix LeBlanc on that.
Yeah, he bounces back a little bit. Galbraith.
We got a flag on the play.
Pinkowski coming around the outside.
Nothing there, but it might have been not enough guys in the line. They seem to be a little jumbled there on that play.
I know that when we watch this, Pinkowski coming across, basically a jet sweep. Moncton has defensed it. Jason Terrace is the D coordinator for the Mustangs. He actually played some football at St. Mary's, so he's got a lot of experience, and he is as gung-ho as any football guy in this province.
Oh, yeah.
So they've schemed to try and deal with that jet sweep that the Wanderers have been running all year. Pinkowski's, all the boys have had great luck with that all year, and they've stymied it tonight for the Wanderers. So,
offside on the offense. Penalty has been declined. 3rd down.
All right, penalty declined. 3rd and 8.
Yeah, looks like we got Joel Seal out there now.
Yeah, his natural spot. He's done a pretty good job at safety, but
you know
what
I said
right
earlier. You roll with
First
your you ride your horses, and he's certainly one of those on the offense. Great set of hands, great nose to the ball.
Watch that. Galbraith drops back. He looks straight downfield, and then he goes straight to Seal. Look at that. Joel Seal, great hands, pulls that one in, and moves forward. The only thing is that shirt. I wish he'd tuck that shirt in, John.
Wow, that's something oh, no.
Wow.
Is that another one?
That's another interception.
That is 6 on the day for Sean Galbraith. I'm not really sure what he's seeing.
That might be 5. There was one turnover.
There was one turnover. Okay, thanks, Coach.
There we go.
Not good. Not good.
He sees Pinkowski, but he seems to be ignoring
the 5 guys around him.
5 guys around him. Yeah. They. I suspect what they may do in the next half. They may have to just use Pinkowski as a decoy, because obviously half the defensive backs on the Mustangs team are coalescing around Mr. Pinkowski.
With the amount of guys that are around him, I mean, he was he not the league's most outstanding player last year?
Yeah. Well, and could be this year.
And they're just hanging out.
Oh, look at that!
Ooh.
Wow. Bracket coverage.
Alex McGarvey and Joel Seal out on that one.
Yeah, they had him bracketed. They were with him step by step. And was that White again? He was trying to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some wheels. He really does have some speed there. McGarvey and Seal, I think, can keep up with him.
You know, at this point, it wouldn't surprise me. They just run the clock out. We got 30 seconds left.
If they could put one more in the end zone, they might consider that to be the dagger. So they may, with 30 seconds remaining, they may continue to try and put 6 more on the board before. Let's see. What do they decide?
He's coming out here.
Play action.
Oh.
Out of bounds. McGarvey, good coverage on him. Leslie Green. Again, he's a bit of a monster. He can. He's tall. I'm going to guess he's 6'4", and
just out of bounds.
I know those 2 guys, 21 and 9. They played against each other in the Atlantic Football League for several years, and it was always a game whenever those 2 matched up.
Number 21 there, Alex McGarvey. He's got his form tackling is. It was like somebody taught him his entire life how to play football. Can't really put a finger on it, but he's got a good nose to the ball. He knows where it's going to be, and.
Oh, what are the? So we've got 4 receivers set. on one side. Timeout called by the Mustangs. Wow, really?
2 years ago in the Maritime Football Championship, Moncton showed up, and St. John had, I can't remember what our how many games we had won in a row, and they showed up here and threw a 4-receiver set at us, and we couldn't figure them out. It was
new, yeah, we hadn't seen it.
They really put it to us that game, and that was the last championship that was played here.
Was that the second half they came out with that, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times teams will prepare and practice, and the defensive players, if you're on that field and you see a formation, you know what your responsibility is depending on what the coach calls, whether it's, man coverage or zone coverage or bracket coverage, whatever it is, or, maybe it's a zone on the back side and man on the front side. When a team comes out with a formation like 4 on one side, all of a sudden the players look at each other and say, what what do we do with this? What's going on?
I was on the field that day, Coach, and I will tell you that's exactly what was happening. We had no idea what to do. All right, we got Dan Comfort back here. Oh, just
Ellis up the middle. 22 seconds remaining. That could be a fourth. Is that a fourth down situation?
It's that's a fourth down situation, so we're going to punt.
Yeah, 4th and 5 or 6. So I suspect Mr. George will be back.
Oh yeah, he'll
kick that out of bounds, do you think?
Well,
avoid any kind of return by the Wanderers crew?
The Wanderers have had an excellent return game so far this game. So, I would say that Mr. George is probably going to corner that out and drop it back pretty far. He may even try to kick it high again. Let his coverage team get to the ball before the ball actually drops.
Yeah, he's got. They don't. Quite often, teams can have an onside man. If you have men lined up behind the kicker, they're eligible to get the ball.
We have that right now, Coach.
Do they though?
Number,
I guess they do.
Number is it at 84 or 80? Is it at 88?
Yeah. And that one's a little short.
And we might have
picks that one up.
We got a flag on the play, though, Coach. It might be a roughing the kicker.
Wow, that would be unfortunate.
And a name we haven't spoke of very much this game. Number 30, Josh Brown, may have taken that penalty.
Oh, we got a man down on the field there. Looks like Colin Gallagher. Oh, look at that kid's tough as rocks.
Yeah, the defense is staying out there, so looks like
roughing the kicker, number 30.
Yeah.
The defense, 15-yard penalty. First down, Moncton.
Yeah. So that was Brown would have been going for the ball on that. He would not have intentionally gone after that kicker, but he would have gone for the point. Players are coached to basically go for the point where their toe is going to be, so you can get your hands out and stop the ball from progressing. But if you're jostled on your way in, your angle can change and bump into the kicker or the quarterback. Sometimes that stuff happens. 12 seconds remaining. Mustangs retain possession.
Should be interesting to see what Dan Comfort's got for this.
Is Comfort?
I'm looking like a knee here. The center, Corey Lorette, just sort of gave a little bit of an indication. Yeah, there it is there. Yeah. So they're just going to let that tick off.
Going to take one more play, I think.
The Wanderers just want to get back into the locker room and sort of recoup.
Yeah, I think the officials encourage this too, so there isn't anything silly in the last play of a game.
There's the time. And there we go.
The officials indicate we've reached the end of the first half of play in this Maritime Championship game. The Moncton Mustangs 24, St. John Wanderers 7. Folks, go get your drinks, get your popcorn. Second half's going to be great. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes for the second half.
Shots of your body, shots of your body. Ooh, now it's a party, my type of party. What's a party, my type of party. No one invited, you and me on. When she get naughty, walking outside. Special occasion, how do you sound?
All right, welcome, folks. We're back for the second half. Once again, Phil McGarvey and John Kelly here reporting on the Maritime Football Championship game. It's been an unusual game so far. The Wanderers have had, I think, 6 turnovers in the first half, which has led to the 24-7 score. Halftime is generally the time when the teams will make adjustments and try and get things going their way. Ben George with the kick. They're going for a short kick. They want to nail this thing down. Evan Arnold picks that one up. He is scooting, trying to hit the outside.
We didn't see a lot of Evan after he got hurt there in the first half, but he seems to have come out and he's ready to go.
Yeah. Trickery and shenanigans. Short kick. That wasn't expected, but I guess that's one of the reasons you call a play like that.
But it makes a lot of sense. They keep the ball out of the hands of some of those return guys for the St. John team. They've really done some damage.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, young Tyler Ring-Deneen had about a 55-yard return early on. See a lot of the Wanderers players wander around here today.
We've got a change in quarterback here, Coach.
We do. Wow.
We talked about it at half. I was wondering if it would happen, but Nick Binkowski is behind center now.
He is, hands off to Cornu. But again, that
they were ready. There's Brandon Caldwell
is in there,
and they're going for the ball. I mentioned that earlier. You know, like as a defensive player, you're taught first man secure the tackle, second man
go for the ball,
attack that ball.
Yeah, Binkowski is an outstanding. He quarterbacked at Acadie. He also played some football for a Division II team in the southern U.S. in Tennessee. He's got a lot of football background. Binkowski back, play action. He's got a rifle. Oh, wow.
We've got some penalties here on the play. With the quarterback laying on the ground, chances are.
Yeah. Play action. Binkowski's trying to get there. He tries to break out.
That was not a well-thrown ball either. He threw that off.
He got rid. He needed to get rid of that ball.
He was definitely moving.
Looks like Dunstan. 15.
We had a 15 up 15.
Yeah, the defense.
Unnecessary roughness on the defense. Hands to the face of the quarterback. First down.
Yeah, looked like number 96, Dunstan, in on that. The Mustangs want to make a statement here early in the second half, and they want to take any kind of steam or momentum that the Wanderers try and generate.
Meanwhile, the Wanderers, they want to put some points on the board. Haven't seen that since the first quarter, and really want to come back strong in this second quarter.
Oh, wow. What a rifle. Oh, I can't believe he outthrew the young guy. Delaney Stewart.
What a ball, Coach. What a ball. Look at this thing. I mean, he gets that off.
Great form.
Just a phenomenal ball. And that thing that dropped on the 10-yard line. And he's standing at the...
That's a 60-yard pass.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in at halftime. I know young Sean Galbraith, he's really done a good job this year. So it must have been It's hard to say what happened that he's not in. I don't know if there was an injury involved or they just want to shake things up.
They certainly will. The coach has decided he is throwing that thing like a laser,
Wow.
Coach.
Arnold, he gets that to Arnold. 15, almost 20 yards on that. That thing cut. That was a laser.
Like,
he's back. He drops back 3 yards, and he wings that one. Man,
Nick,
and Arnold, look at that.
Nick put that in a place that only Evan could catch it, and he really, man. I think about the day that Nick showed up. We were here practicing. It was still snow in the field. And this guy walked up and he said, "Hey, you guys, I want to play some football." And now here we are. He's the quarterback for the St. John Wanderers. Ooh,
that pass is incomplete. I think there was a little bit of early.
We're pointing. It might move back on this one, Coach.
Yeah, I think the receiver's on their way. That was close too. Defender's pretty close on that.
It's a little hard. I mean, with the changing quarterback, the timing might be a little bit different. His cadence might just be a couple of seconds different than Sean Galbraith. So that'll be something certainly to overcome.
Offside. Offense. Penalties has been declined. Second down.
I had heard some discussion that when he threw in practice, the receivers didn't like it because he threw too hard.
I seem to recall an NFL quarterback they talked about, Brett Favre. He used to break receivers' fingers.
Oh, look at Curnew cutting it back in. Oh, Curnew, he's close to a first down.
The slice and dice of Tyler Curnew has been absolutely phenomenal.
Cutter. He cut that one back in. He really does. He's very patient. If we watch this play, pitch out to him, he sees the green space, cuts that back where he knows he can get some yards.
And Brandon Caldwell in with the tackle.
Caldwell again. He must be a league all-star by now, young Mr. Caldwell. He said a good season.
Wanderers.
Pinkowski again. Oh, he talks it. He can run too.
He could be a real danger now. I'm not really sure if Coach Terrace even thought about the fact that the possibility that Nick could be the quarterback, but I mean he definitely takes that option. He's just going to tuck the ball and go.
Yeah, I'd be happier if he tucked it a little tighter. It looks like a loaf of bread out there. Mom sends you to the corner for a loaf of bread, and that's how you carry it home. You want to really make sure you have that thing tucked in.
The Wanderers are in their best field position since the first quarter.
Yeah, they're moving the ball.
Things are really starting to shape up.
And it looks like they've.
Oh,
come on!
They blew that dead a little too early, in my opinion. As a defensive player, I'd say they blew it just perfect. But I don't know.
Let's have a look, John. It's Pinkowski's moving. He shakes. He gets away from Caldwell. He flips that one. Yeah, he really wasn't even in the grasp. I can't believe they.
The Moncton Mustangs really got away with one there. That was fortunate. It was one of those ones that the referee may say, "I'm sorry."
Once the whistle goes, the play is dead.
Yeah. This may be an apology from the head referee, but I don't think so. Generally, the refs they don't apologize.
No. I hate to tell you the number of years I coached football, John, but in all that time, in all those decades, I've never won an argument or received an apology from an official, ever.
Inadvertent whistle on the play. The whistle went before the ball was caught, so the option goes to the offense. They will replay the down. Second down.
That is about as much of a "I'm sorry" as I will ever hear, Coach. I mean, good on the officiating team today for saying we made a mistake. So they're letting them replay the down. I don't know if he'll be able to recreate that flick or not, but
well, he might have some other things up his sleeve. Pinkowski with the ball. Curnew again. Oh, he escapes the tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's wrapped up. Looks like he got.
That swarm. They are all over them.
That Moncton defense is playing really, really well. Look at that. all coming to the ball. Cornu, look at that.
You know, first man in, second man in. They're really attacking that. And John Atherton with a little push afterwards. You got to be careful of that. I mean, you got to keep things on the edge, but you can't go over. And, you know, sometimes that little push is all it needs.
We got a third and about 4. Oh.
Laser
beam.
beam.
My heavens. Oh.
Riley Ringdeneen.
Ringdeneen coming across there. If he'd hung on to that, he had enough speed. I think he probably could have got into the end zone. But
knowing the offensive coordinator as well as I do,
let's have a look. Oh.
4th down, the Wanderers are going to go for this.
Yeah, just a little too much pepper on that, I think, for young Ringdeneen. And you're right about if you've caught a ball a year from a guy who's a soft touch. Sean Galbraith is a very soft touch. He gets the ball where it has to be, and it drops into their hands. And then you get a laser arm like Pinkowski in there.
Fresh, too.
Yes. Pinkowski drops back. Oh, there he goes. Joel Seal, end zone. Touchdown, Wanderers. The Wanderers take that ball in their first possession of the second half. Wow.
This is...
Let's have a look. Pinkowski, 3-step drop. He plants the back foot and lasers that one in. Joel Seal is there, covered by, looks like, I'm not sure who that was.
Yeah.
That Bobby? Bobby McIntyre on that cover?
Joel Seal is, he's certainly got the credentials as a receiver.
Yeah.
That, you know, they roll them with their guns. At this point, like I said, you ride your horses.
The kick, Pastrick. Oh.
Blocked, but we got a
penalty on the play.
Chances are somebody just moved a little too quick.
Yeah, possible. Now, we've got, I'm not sure what the crowd is here tonight. I'm going to say 500, but I'm an optimist. There are a lot of people here at this game tonight.
And the nice thing is that we see, you know, we've got the Southern New Brunswick Ducks over here. They're supporting the league championship as well. Over on the other side, I had a nice chat with the Trojans, the rugby club.
Good.
Offside on the defense. The convert was no good. We're going to redo the convert, apply a 5-yard penalty on the kickoff.
All right.
So it's nice to see the other groups, the other teams supporting this game as well.
Pastrick ready to give it another shot. Ringdeneen with the hold, the snap, the kick. This one's
somebody might have got another hand on that one.
They got a hand on that one as well. So the environment with this, let's see, the kick. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was one of the defenders coming right through the line who got a hand on that one. But regardless, that was a great run by the Wanderers. That moves the score to 24-13. Another touchdown by the Wanderers, and it's anybody's ball game. We'll see if the defense can come out in this half. So the excitement and the things we feel out here today, I mean, the fact that the game's being televised, we usually aren't fortunate enough to get the game televised. I think we're on YouTube and WebFox and webcam. And what are all those fancy things, John?
There was a famous coach that he said he's not on, what's it, MyFace?
MyFace.
MyFace.
Is it on MyFace?
I think it is on MyFace.
The kick, Pastrick with the kick, drops in about the 30-yard line, picked up. Oh, looks like Morley. Oh, he bounces that one outside, takes it out to about the 37-yard line. But yeah, we're really fortunate.
Missed that one.
The excitement. We've got staging and scaffolding on the other side. Oh, look at that. Oh, nice cut outside.
He just caught him.
Yeah, you really need to have a good base and get squared away. Is this, I know that with all the excitement here, it's almost like being at the Super Bowl. Actually, John, weren't you at the Super Bowl this past year?
I wasn't going to bring it up, Coach.
Was as it exciting as this? I mean, this is unbelievably exciting.
You know what? It was, it certainly is up there. I've played in, like I said, I've played in this championship before. I know what it's all about. And to these players, this is their Super Bowl.
It is. Comfort back. Little foot to the outside. That's tipped. Not
That
sure.
was-
I think Rob Fox got his hand on that one.
It was Rob Fox. He's taking the high fives. If it wasn't him, he's taking the high fives.
He's out there. He got up and tipped that one. Ellis was actually, if Ellis had caught that ball, there was a little bit of green space behind him, some grass.
Like I said earlier, Rob Fox doing Rob Fox things.
Yeah. He sure does. He's one of the leaders on this team. I think he's one of the guys on the executive here.
He's played for a lot of years, and I think he's still got a few more to go.
I think you're right. We're lined up again. We've got a 2nd and 10. Comfort back in the shotgun.
Oh, geez.
Play action fake. He's got a man deep.
Chris.
Daniel Bell on the coverage. Chris Brown going for that, but Bell was very tight on that. The ball might have been overthrown a little bit.
You watch Chris Reed here, Coach. He laid a lick on Comfort, and it was a legal one.
It was a good shot.
He he just got in there, head down, and gave him a little reminder that I'm still here.
Quarterbacks don't like that.
No, generally when a quarterback is sitting on his behind in the backfield and there's no flags around him, they get a little upset.
Yeah, they do. You don't think the quarterbacks are a little prima donna-ish?
Oh.
All right, Comfort checking. I don't know if he changed the play. It looks like he might have. He's dropping back. He wants to let that one go. He's under pressure.
Ooh.
Oh, pass incomplete. Wow, great effort. Who was that?
I want to say I don't think it was 30.
Not. It was it Ellis? Yeah, it was Ellis
It was
again.
Ellis, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
see, he usually makes those. He's a ball player, Ellis. We're now in a 4th and 10. The Wanderers defense really stood up. They're going to give the offense a chance to come back out on the field, put some more points on the board.
We've got Riley Ringdanine back to receive this punt.
Ringdanine's dangerous.
And
they're going to kick it out of bounds again, do you think, John?
Well, see, they've had Ben Koski back there. So with the change in quarterback comes the change in return guy. And we get a time count violation, so...
They're doing that on purpose?
Well...
They did. It seems like it. Oh, but they were short of body.
Time count violation on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That's probably not a bad call. If you're short a man on specials...
Why waste the timeout? Especially in this game, that could be a very, very important timeout at the end of this.
And 5 yards in this position on the field aren't going to make an awful lot of difference.
With a boot like Ben George.
George has a toe. He can kick that ball.
He's going to let this one go.
Oh, Chris Reed almost got in for that one. Ringdanine in the air. He's got it. Oh, wow. Great return.
Wow, that was Ellison Morley on that tackle. I mean,
those guys do everything. Look at this, Chris Reed. He missed that by a few inches.
But
Ringdanine, look at that. Perfect catch in the air, moving forward, spins around.
Yeah, Morley
avoids the big contact.
Morley really just kind of manhandled him there and stopped his momentum.
I'm sure. Are we going to see him play defense too? We're going to see Morley on the defensive side of the ball too. Maybe Ellis. You never know. These guys, they can do everything.
They can. Anything is possible, especially in a championship game, because there is no tomorrow.
There isn't. With 7.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, handoff to Curnow. Cutter Curnow. He cuts that one up for...
And Dyson.
It looks like he picks up about 6 on that one. Nice gain. Right up the middle of the field. He finds a space to the left. Good seal by that offensive line. Look at that.
Ruben Dan on that one really helped that. He pulled across, and he really...
They sealed it, and he came back to...
Ruben played a few years ago, took a couple years off, played some rugby, and he's been back with the Wanderers this year and has really made an impact on the offensive line for them.
He's a big, strong guy.
Very big.
Penkoski with the pass.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, that was... Brown was out there. He almost had one. He had his hands up. It was high. It should have been good for the receiver, but Brown stepped out in front of Seal. Arnold was in the same area, so I don't know if they...
Cuthbertson was in that area as well, waiting for that one.
Cuthbertson, yeah, we're waiting. He's generally good for a couple of 15-yard penalties a game, John. We haven't seen that yet, so what?
We've seen a lot. Actually, I give it to the players. The second half, we haven't seen the volume of penalties so far.
No, overall the penalties in the game aren't too bad. The turnovers, however.
Ooh. Well,
Pinkowski back. He's looking up the field. He's going to tuck that. He's got Curnow in front of him.
Yep.
Dives forward. He's got the first down and then some. He is inside the Mustangs 40-yard line. He's looking down the field. Here's a guy with a lot of experience playing at this level or above, and he finds a great seam right behind the running back who's out front blocking for him. He knows when he's got the first down. He goes down.
I think he was listening to you there, Coach, because just at the end of that run, he tucked that ball and held it in close. And that was one of your coaching points earlier.
Yeah, I think he lost one earlier. That might be a reminder to him as well. Good. Nicky Noel pulls that one in. Wow, that's very close to another first down. Pinkowski is a little trouble off the snap. Steps down. Look at the rifle. Man.
Cameron Bell, and I believe that's Nathan Anderson in on that tackle.
Yeah. All right. No, that was a first down. 1st and 10. The Wanderers are in.
The Wanderers are they're putting it together.
Yeah, 28-yard line. We still have 5 minutes remaining in the third, so there's all sorts of time left in this game. Pinkowski back.
Ooh.
Oh, he is.
They gobbled him up on that one. I mean, there was nowheres to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure who missed that one. Oh, let's have a look. Someone on the outside.
Seeing a Felix LeBlanc coming in there. Felix LeBlanc just laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Grabbed a hold of him.
He got around Dan on that one. He was able to speed rush around the outside and get to the quarterback. So usually the quarterbacks will buy their offensive linemen, gloves or cars or something like that at the end of the season to thank them. But too many more of those hits, I don't think they'll be getting any gifts.
He might buy them a soda pop.
Pinkowski back, rolls to his left. He flips that one. Oh, my God, interception.
Unfortunately, he threw that to Nick Noel, who wasn't even looking.
Olunga again. That Olunga, I'm not sure where he's from, what his background is, but, man, I think it has something to do with footballs on his nose, because he sure has a nose for that ball.
Yeah, he's had a heck of a game. I mean, it's unbelievable. But, it was a great ball, great release, but just Nick Noel wasn't looking.
Oh, that's
the play before.
Previous play, yeah. Okay.
That's all right.
Well, hopefully. The last time...
here we go. Yeah,
he rolls to his left.
Throws it, and Nick Noel was just...
Yeah. See, if he'd had an idea, I don't know, he turned too late or what the story was, but he should have been able to come back to that ball. Comfort back. Flips that one out to the outside. Ellis.
McGarvey and Josh Brown.
Gallagher.
A name we have not spoken much about, but looks like they've decided to unleash Josh Brown. I'll tell you, that guy can hit hard.
Nice play, nice setup.
Yeah, Gallagher kind of held him up, McGarvey, and then Josh Brown in for the finish.
Yeah, Ellis and Brown have played a few games against each other. They know each other pretty well.
I played on the same team as Josh Brown, and I've been hit by Josh Brown, and it is not fun.
All right, 2nd and a yard. Oh, QB keep. Oh, bang! Wow.
And Josh Brown again.
Colin Gallagher in on that. Comfort's not going to like that. I don't know if that was a called play.
I don't think so, Coach. I mean, it was...
He takes that snap, and there's not really Oh, no, I think he wanted to hand that off, but Ellis, was it Ellis in the backfield? Yeah, he was, he must have looked like he thought it was a pass play, and he was going up to pass block.
The Wanderers are really opening the gates in the second quarter here. I mean, or third quarter.
And the defense, I think they got some confidence after their first series in this half. 3rd and 4. Handoff. Oh, Comfort again.
With the first down. I mean,
Comfort not known to be a runner, but
this is not. I mean, I've watched Dan Comfort play at Mount Allison. I've watched him play for the Mustangs, and he's not a guy who's generally the runner.
Yeah.
But that was certainly a design play, and he got some yards on that one.
Yeah, he's taking a little bit of contact though. But again, in a lot of cases, the defenses don't account a lot for the quarterback. They'll account for the running backs and the tight ends and the receivers, and they assume the quarterback's going to hang back. Hakeem White, ball intended for him. He was covered really tightly by McGarvey all over him. Here's White at the bottom of the screen. He cuts across to the middle. Comfort. It was a little low, but
McGarvey was in the area.
Yeah, good coverage. We've got a 2nd and 10 now. We're at midfield. A minute and a half remaining in the third quarter of play. 24-13 for the Mustangs. Comfort back. He's going to let it go right down the middle of the field. He's got a man. It's Morley.
Cameron Morley, and unfortunately,
heavens,
he's going for a walk, and we've got a 15-yard penalty again on. There's Josh Brown standing over Dan Comfort.
I don't know if we can see it here or not.
That'll be a decline. Yeah,
his arm had come forward, so.
Yeah. Luckily for Josh, that won't really matter because they'll decline that, but.
Yeah. Daniel Bell able to push Morley out at the sideline, but not until after he picked up. It looks like about 40 yards.
They're moving her forward, Coach. I guess that
they're going to accept it after the fact.
After the fact.
Now, that doesn't seem like the right call.
Unnecessary roughness against the defense. Hit to the head of the quarterback. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah.
Must have been after yards have gained.
Yeah. Yeah. Generally, that happens when the penalty is downfield. I haven't seen that, but with the rules have changed a number.
But that puts Moncton in real striking distance.
Yeah, they're in at about the 10. Handoff looks like Ellis or Morley, isn't it? Morley wrapped up.
He's not getting anywhere.
Back. No, Rob Fox is in on that. Let's have a look. No, he's looking to cut that in. Good man,
that was
looking
Morley.
for green grass.
He fought.
Somebody's got him. They got his jersey. They got everything. Fox ends up on top. No gain on that. It will be 2nd and 10. Again, the Mustangs are in. It looks like at about the 12-yard line, so they can get a first down without scoring.
They're putting everybody tight too.
They're
just going to run that.
Oh, look at that. Quarterback outside.
Ooh.
They ran that all right.
Ooh.
Ran the quarterback to the left.
Did he get any yards on that? He might have got a couple.
He might have. All the motion and everything going to one side. The QB goes naked, they call it. He's out there by himself with not really any blockers.
I think Dan Comfort's been running in secret here. He looks like he's ready.
Well, he's actually young Sean Gilbraith. He's more of a passer than a runner as well, and it's funny to see Comfort.
Actually, Coach, that was number 3.
Oh, was it?
I think it was.
That was Brady Newcomb.
Brady Newcomb. I apologize.
Oh, now we got Mr.
Dan
Comfort
in.
back. Quick pass to the outside, a little outside screen. Leslie Green touchdown.
For the touchdown.
Once again, the turnovers just killing the St. John Wanderers. Comfort back, flips that one out. Yeah, little outside screen. He's got a couple of men in front of him.
Yeah. McGarvey just reaching out, just couldn't quite get there. And Joel Seal just got him at the last, just a little too late.
That was a nice play.
The Mustangs are certainly cashing those checks that, the St. John's giving them those layups with those turnovers, and they're making them pay.
Yep, they sure are.
And the kick is good. We're up to
31-13.
31-13.
Are we 30 or 31, John? 31. There
31.
we go.
I was going to say it was 24-13, so
24-7 is 31. Well,
St. John's just got to come back, Coach. I mean, they've got to do the same thing they just did before on the previous possession. They need to. Looks like we actually are in the fourth quarter now.
Yeah.
So they need to regroup, come back, and really start attacking.
Yeah, I guess one of the first things, and I don't know if they can do it, but they really need to ensure that the quarterback has some protection. It's pretty obvious that they've given up in the run game because neither team has had any luck with the run today. So they're going to throw with Binkowski, but they've got to make sure that he's protected back there. They need 4, maybe 5 guys back there to cover him.
It's it would be very important. They can get those guys in. They can put. We've certainly have seen a decrease in the workload for Evan Arnold after that injury, and I think that's really affected St. John. And Moncton, I mean, they're cashing in on those turnovers.
That's what good teams do. They cash in on those penalties and turnovers.
The second half is so far that's been the story.
George with the kick. Wow, that's deep. That's into the end. That is deep in the end zone.
That is in the end zone.
That's about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Ring Deneen is back.
He is fighting for that.
He finds a sideline. Man, what hustle.
He's still going.
Oh, he's still going.
He's still going.
I love that kid. What effort.
Look,
you know what?
He's putting his all. He's saying, you know what, guys? I'm not going out without a fight.
Let's see this. Again, this is, and the angle's bad. It might only be, maybe 2-3 yards deep. Might be 5 yards. But yeah, he brings that one out. This kid is all hustle. And you got to love the attitude. I mean, look at that energy. He pushes them away. He's got the forearm going. He's trying to pick up and follow his blocks. Pulls that one way out to the 43-yard line, so almost a 50-yard return. Another great return by Ring Deneen.
Kids put some big numbers in.
Koski's back.
Just leaning back and throwing.
What an effort.
They were going for that quick one, Coach.
Yeah, the quick ones are important.
Delaney Stewart there. He was, man, that kid's got some wheels.
Oh, what a great effort. That was Ben Delaney Stewart. His brother Sam plays defense. Yeah, he threw his body out. I remember playing on a baseball team one year, and the boys used to say, "Sacrifice the body," and I guess they meant dive into the concrete dugout to catch a foul ball. But
flag on the play.
These boys are doing it.
Oh yeah,
Daniel Bell.
There you go. Unfortunately, we've got a flag on the play back here, Coach, and that may be coming back, which is really unfortunate. There's.
Who is it?
That's
what a sin. That Daniel Bell.
That's heartbreaking.
What an effort by Daniel Bell on that.
Offside. On the offense, number 0. 5-yard penalty. 7-yard penalty.
That's not what they needed right now. The St. John Wanderers really needed that catch to sort of give them a little bit of fire under them.
Yeah, get them back in the game. Another score right here puts them right back in the game.
This game is far from over. It may be 13:39 left in the fourth quarter, but lots of time in Canadian football.
There it sure is. Binkowski's back. He wants to throw it again.
Ooh, they got him there.
And again, actually, Looks like they had 5 guys there. I can't believe that. They had 5 guys back. We had talked about them maybe putting some extra bodies in there to protect. And they still got to him.
Number 32, Alec Pellerin. He's just coming off the edge, and he came from the backside.
Pellerin, yeah.
Just caught down.
We've called his name a few times tonight. He's having a solid game, making some stuff happen. We talked about having 5 in to block. They really need to just settle down and get their blocking schemes in order. Make sure Binkowski can throw that ball, because he can throw it anywhere on the field. And they've got all these young guys with all sorts of legs and stuff. There we go. Oh, too much arm on Binkowski. That one was, jeez. That was another 60-yard pass.
Brings up 4th down. So what do you do here, Coach?
Yeah,
it looks like the Wanderers are making a personnel change on the field, so they may punt this one away.
With, I guess the field position is the thing that you'd have to consider now. So if they can somehow, if they miss it, this leaves Moncton in too wonderful.
Good. Yeah.
Of course, they've got Binkowski punting, so there could be something going on.
We got
there
Binkowski punting with 2 men on side, Daniel Bell, and can't quite see who the other speedster is on the other side, but.
Oh, nice kick. Oh, it's picked up.
Yeah.
We got a return. Oh, he's still on his feet. He's in the Wanderers territory.
Oh, flag.
Oh, wow. What a tackle. Who's that?
That would be Tyler Guimont.
Tyler Guimont with the stop.
But we got a man down, and
flags everywhere.
Flags all over the place.
They may be going to have a parade. Let's see with the flags. All right. The kick, Binkowski. The double threat is pretty key when you get the quarterback doing the kicking.
Would he be a triple threat now?
He is, yeah.
I think he's a good old-fashioned triple threat. He can
pick up on a couple.
Kick, and he can run.
Is that White? Not sure who's returning that ball, but he is making an effort. He's watching ring to knee, and he's doing a ring to knee there.
And then Guimont, that was a horse collar.
Ilianga. That's the young fellow with 3 or 4 interceptions today.
Yeah, that was a bad horse collar tackle.
Oh, he's up. Okay. He's moving around all right. Hopefully we'll see him back in the game before the end of the night. He's got some speed, as we've seen in a couple of his interception returns, John.
Oh, yeah. We're coming back, so looks like
it's against Moncton.
Must be a block from behind, an illegal block.
Yeah.
We missed something, but we're going way back.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
St. John is quite fortunate here.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't see that tackle, but I'll say the
2 fouls on the play. Unnecessary roughness on Moncton, number 22 blindside block. Unnecessary roughness, Moncton, number 32 blindside block. 30-yard penalty, first down, Moncton.
22, is that our guy?
Dave Cuthbertson.
Dave Cuthbertson, that's his first one. He owes us another 15-yard penalty because he averages 2 a game.
Is he like a former player for St. John, John Phillips? John Phillips is always good for at least 2 URs a game.
He might be, but they fly him in from Toronto. He shouldn't be doing that stuff. Akeem White, little jet sweep, end around play. White comes around, picks that up. Oh, Colin Gallagher in on the stop.
He holding on for dear life at that point.
Gallagher plays that position pretty well. He's played, I think, the last 2 years in the Calgary League, in the Alberta League. But he's back in St. John now. He played a number of years before for the Wanderers, and I think they're glad to have him back.
Very much so. He's just a great teammate.
Pitch out. Oh, a lot of pursuit going on. Bang! Who's that?
Brown. No,
Rob
Fox. Rob Fox. The blue helmet threw me off.
Cameron Morley, and he's got some wheels. He is a speedster. You watch him coming along there. Somebody coming in. Cody Reed is coming in.
He
tries to cut him off.
And then Rob Fox with the...
Wow. The defensive end comes across and lays that kind of lick. 3-yard loss on the play.
I'll say it again. Rob Fox doing Rob Fox things.
3rd and 7 for the Mustangs.
This is a big 3rd down for the St. John team.
They're at their own 33. Comfort's back, throws it. Oh, he's got Morley out there. Wow.
He didn't get much
Great
on that,
tackle.
Coach.
What was that? Gallagher again.
Didn't get much there. That's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down, and
they move that stick maybe a 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah, they're on at their own 34, so they're not in a position that they want to try and go for this. They're going to be kicking that ball. That Gallagher, and again, we should mention his name more often. When we mention his name, he makes a tackle. So George is back to kick. We've got 1 man deep for the Wanderers. Man coming on late for the Mustangs. Another blocker. The snap. The kick.
That's a beautiful ball.
That is a nice kick.
Man.
Ring Deneen, I think, has got that one in the air. That kid is, man.
Just
wild.
I was never coached about how to catch a ball, but I do know that when they say, catch it in the air. It's the most important thing.
And,
man.
They actually teach you catch it in the air, and you're supposed to almost be in a sort of a sitting position. You sort of bend your knees and cushion the ball when it comes into your basket.
So we got.
But he's doing a good job.
We've got Bell. We've got Evan Arnold. We've got Tyler Guimond out there now in the offensive line. Bell all by himself.
Daniel Bell, look at that. He throws one away.
Wow.
He threw poor Cameron Bell down. Daniel Bell and Cameron Bell. I wonder if they're related.
10 minutes left in the 4th quarter for the championship. You're going to throw everything you got.
Pinkowski passes. This young Bell, wow, what a kid. That's Cuthbertson he threw down.
Yeah. And Chris Brown.
Chris Brown is in there again. We've called his name several times tonight. Pinkowski sets them in motion, drops back. He's got lots of protection. Oh, I can't believe that. He had a man wide open crossing over the top. Nick Noel wide open there. He did have coverage, but the coverage was about 5 yards off by the look of it. Let's have a look. He's at the top of the screen. Number 80. Cuts out to the sideline. Yeah, he had some space.
So we've got the change in the offensive line here for the St. John Wanderers. We've got Josh Richards is out, and Tyler Guimond is in.
Guimond's played there all year. I'm not sure what's happened. I can only suspect that he might not have been able to practice this week, and if they had put some things in and he didn't know it, then it's not safe to put someone in if they're unfamiliar with what's going on. Oh, my heavens. Right over Bell's head. That's Brown again.
Yeah. And we got a flag on the play, but that's after the catch, so that's going to stand.
Let's have a look.
Man,
this was intended for Daniel Bell.
This is.
Let's see. Oh, that was high.
Just a little high.
Yeah, that was high. Bell didn't have a chance to come down with that one. Cornu went for it. Delaney Stewart gets blocked out. I suspect there was some blocking in the rear by the Mustangs.
And it's one of those things, when you get you're throwing a new quarterback in, you're throwing guys that necessarily may not have practiced all season in those positions.
Yeah.
And
no flag on the play.
No flag.
First down, Moncton.
Ooh.
So there might have been a little bit of miscommunication. Maybe Daniel Bell was supposed to be a couple yards, little farther ahead, and.
Yeah, he normally plays defense. I know that at the high school level he played both sides of the ball, but
Moncton came up with another turnover. That's the story of this game.
It's the whole story.
Big T turnovers.
Outside the turnovers, well, it's almost too bad because you like to see a little bit of a closer game. Wow, Morley, bang. Fox is in there. Who else? Gallagher in there again. Not sure who's in the bottom of that pile. Someone corralled, is that Ellis? Looks like Ellis running the ball. Danny Oliver made initial contact, and then 2 or 3 guys, Gallagher and Fox, are in there as well.
You know, this is the 4th season in a row that these two teams have played against each other in the finals, and they just keep trading off 1 for 1.
Yeah. Comfort's back. He's got lots of time back there. Oh, heavens.
No. Joel Seal just kind of caught his shoestrings on that one.
Gallagher get him, or it was Seal?
I think it might have been Seal on the sort of a roll tackle.
He's got lots of time in there to throw that ball.
Oh, look, you can't say enough about the offensive line for Dan Comfort this today.
Leslie Green.
They have given him all the time in the world.
I don't know how he caught that ball, but Comfort's back. He wants to throw it right in the center of the field.
Bounce straight off.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there's no need for that. I think.
Doesn't appear, but I don't think there was any intention there.
Yeah, it was just bad.
He throws that ball.
Okay, I guess
Well, he had his head down. He thought he might have had the ball.
Yeah. Colin Gallagher took that one, and they're gonna give him that unnecessary roughness.
Maybe we shouldn't mention his name again.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's having a great game, though.
Oh, I think they picked that flag up.
No flag on the play. 2nd down.
All right,
yeah.
No, that's fair because I say he wasn't going at him intentionally. There was no head hit. He was expecting the receiver to catch the ball.
As he should. You play to the end of the whistle every time. That was an interesting one. It was a sort of a jump ball in the middle of the of the crowd.
Looked like they're trying to set up a screen on that one, John. Center screen, maybe. Yeah, they let the defense right in, right?
The worst thing as a defensive lineman is the center screen. You go through that line and you think, oh man, I've got this. This is my play. I'm going to the highlight reel of my life. And then that ball just kind of pops over your head and you think, oh blank, this is bad.
Now I have to run. Comfort onto the outside.
Bell with the tackle.
Brady Newcomb. He not only throws the ball, he catches it as well. Again, it looked like that outside screen that they had run earlier with Leslie Green, but I think they ran it to the other side with Green when they scored the touchdown in the other end zone.
That brings up 4th down, Coach, and I would suspect that the field goal team is coming out because
4th and 8. Yeah, George, he made a 50-yarder earlier with wind, and there's no wind now. The evening is settled. It's quiet. It's a little cooler. It's actually
a beautiful night here in St. John. A little after 10. Great night for football.
The snap, the kick, George.
Lots of leg on that one.
That one's up. 3 more for the Mustangs. Wow. That snap and hold were perfect. George gets that one up. Well, gee, look close, but it's hard to tell from our angle how close it was. It wasn't in the center, but yeah. As far as championship games go, sometimes you know how they're going to go. I can remember in 2003, the Wanderers had traveled to Halifax to play, I believe, the Buccaneers in the final. And when our offense lined up for the first time, we had Jeff Thomas was one of our receivers. His brother Mike played for us as well.
Mike, I saw Mike wandering around earlier.
Jeff Thomas, big, strong guy. His dad is actually a boxing Hall of Famer, Ralph Thomas. Tremendous athlete. The boys, both excellent athletes as well. And Mike lined up against the guy, and the poor kid looked like he was 12 years old. So that gave us an indication of how the game was going to go. I think we won 52-13.
50-12, it says in our program here, yeah.
Is that what it was? It was unbelievable.
We're very blessed to have a program. D. Arnold did up these programs for St. John. And
oh, look at him go.
Oh, he's got a...
and
this is what we're using, the programs that she did up. And
yeah, it's tremendous. Let's see here again. George. Oh, that kid's got a leg. I don't know if he's going away somewhere to play football. He should. Picked that one up. It was a short bouncer. Ring Deneen. I almost give Ring Deneen the player of the game for the Wanderers. He's had an outstanding game anytime he's gotten that ball.
That kid has, he's just...
And unfortunately, the Wanderers have been kicked to a lot today, which is...
He's 20 years old.
Yeah, if that, yeah. Yeah, he's not long out of high school. He was actually a high school quarterback for a year or two. Also played receiver. Pinkowski is back. Oh, yeah, he's
Evan
got
Arnold.
Oh, my heavens
dear.
to Betsy.
That is just completely uncharacteristic of Evan. All by himself.
Pinkowski plays it really well. He steps up into the pocket. He's got some protection outside. Steps up, hurls that one dead center. Perfect pass. Evan knows that.
he was marching downfield before that ball was secure.
Yeah, quite often that's the case. I won't say they hear footsteps, but quite often a player wants to get his head up and look downfield to see if anybody's taking a run at him. Pinkowski drops back, flips that one out.
Oh, there we go. He's got Evan on that one.
He's got Evan again, made up for the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got a first down and then some. He picks up, looks like about 16 or 17 on that one, John. Again, Pinkowski, he's a pretty cool character back there.
You know, this game is far from out of reach for St. John. They couple quick scores, and they're right back in on this. Oh, he just...
Daniel Bell had a real nice block on that.
Yeah. But a couple more scores, a couple quick scores, and St. John's right back in the ball game here. So
yeah, I don't know if football's as bad as basketball. I know the last 3 minutes of basketball can go 45 minutes, but football can take some time. So yeah, you're right, John. There's lots of time left. Pinkowski again.
Might have a holding call here.
Call. Oh, Ring Deneen. Look at that kid.
That sucks.
Wow. What an effort. Nathan Anderson in on the stop.
But the damage has been done.
Is that a hold call?
Holding? Yeah, it looked like he had him in a...
Oh, yeah.
Looked like he was ready to drop him in a DDT there.
It was a wrestling move, was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. No, Ring Deneen, I think he gets my player of the game for the Wanderers. That's he's having a game.
Holding. Offense, number 56, 10-yard penalty, 13.
You know, it reminds me of a time there was a gentleman who played for the Wanderers years ago, Scott McNamee, and I believe he actually lifted a guy up and suplexed him on your command. One of the very few times that I've seen a wrestling move in a football game, but McNamee picked that man up and just dropped him.
After the play, we might comment about that. Pinkowski back. Oh, pressure. Oh, he gets away. No, he's down.
Yeah.
Oh, he was still on his feet. He didn't go down.
But they do that because they want to protect the quarterbacks.
Yes. Well, let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think he went down anywhere, but because he was a little horizontal, his knees or elbows didn't touch, so he's technically still alive. The play's live, but
yeah,
Scott McNamee was playing defensive line. Actually, it was against these Moncton Mustangs, and they had a center who was about 6'6", and I know he weighed about 350 pounds. And McNamee picked him up and upside down. His feet were sticking straight up in the air. The Moncton center who was holding him, and McNamee got a little perturbed that this center was holding him through the game. I couldn't believe. I had to pull him off the field. I thought he was angry. He said, "No, I just told him to stop that, Coach, and he didn't. So.
Oh, there we go. That's that big.
Binkowski did.
Oh,
Bell
dear.
pulls that one in. What a catch! Binkowski to Bell.
Wow.
They've got a first down in just outside the Moncton 30-yard line. Let's have a look at this one again. Binkowski's got, look, he's got some time.
Just leans back and lets her rip.
And this young Bell, look at this kid. He goes right up in the air, pulls that one down right in front of the defensive back.
I think someone needs to remind Bobby and.
Is that Bobby McIntyre?
Well, it was Bobby. It was in Anderson, Nathan Anderson. Where we are playing Canadian football rules, only 1 foot needs to actually be in bounds for that ball to be caught.
Well, I don't know that.
I think they were pointing that 1 foot was out. But there we go. We got Coach Mike McGarvey. There's Sean Galbraith. I think this is just a Moncton's taking a timeout here.
Yeah. They're going to switch things up now. I mean, 34-13. They certainly do not want St. John to score right now.
No.
Because that could spark the momentum that the Wanderers need to put a couple more on the board. So they're, I suspect Coach Terrace is trying to calm everybody down. He's got them into maybe the prevent defense a little bit early. Usually they don't do that until they get in around the 10-yard line, but they may be running because they've got, they've got them. They got 5 or 6 deep across the field. They're back, so they're basically going to run a prevent defense. Bukowski's back, still pressure. He throws that one. He's got Nick Noel right in the middle of the field. Noel down about the 2-yard line. Wow.
Nick Noel. He just laid it in there.
Binkowski's got a little bit of time. There's some pressure coming. Look at that pass. Wow.
Man.
Noel grabs that one out of the air. He is so close to the end zone. Oh, he's about the 5-yard line. Kneeled down by Bobby McIntyre. Binkowski again. Where's he going?
It's a 1st and goal, but St. John really needs to let that. Oh, jeez. Joel Seal with the almost.
That would have been an outstanding play. Binkowski running for his life over to the right. He's got some big guys chasing him down.
He's got the fellas chasing him.
Throws that back. I can't believe he made that throw. I'm sure Joel Seal couldn't believe it either because I don't think he expected he'd have to go back that far to get that ball. With Binkowski moving to his right and throwing back to his left. We've got, looks like 2nd and goal. 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the game. Pass incomplete. The ball was drilled in there. Was that Bell that?
Bell or Seal? They both have the white helmets, so it's hard to. But
he drilled that.
Oh, that was Bell. Yeah. Seal was in behind him, but you're right. He drilled that. I think I heard that one hit from here.
Yeah, he's got a cannon for an arm. The Moncton fans screaming for a big hold here. We've got 3rd and goal. Binkowski back, flips that one right over the center. That one was high and beyond the reach of Nick Noel. Quarterback's calling for a flag. I don't know if there was a hold on Noel on that. I couldn't see it.
With a 3-minute warning, Coach.
We have 3 minutes remaining in the game. A score of 34-13. A 4th and goal with the Wanderers in at the Mustangs 5-yard line.
I don't want to say last chance for romance, but it's getting tight at this point. St. John really needs to put some more points on the board to keep this a competitive game.
To keep this thing alive, they do need to put 6 in this time. Not sure where they're going. Bukowski keeps it. He runs it in. 6 points. Wanderers, touchdown. That's the call right here. He's been throwing up and down the field. He did run earlier, but that's a real good call. That puts the Wanderers up to 19. Hopefully they get the kick through. It'll be 20. It's still a two-score game,
but it's not out
of reach. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And Binkowski, he's another guy. He's got to be 6'3", 6'4", and he's
a big lad.
And
and he works hard all off season. He's in the gym. You know, he knows what he needs to do to put the work in to get this going.
Let's see what we've got. The hold, the kick. Oh, it looks good. It is good. Wanderers bring the score up to a 14-point difference with a score of 34-20. We've got just under 2.5 minutes remaining in this championship game.
You know, it's funny, Coach. You look at the scores of these last 2016, St. John 47, Moncton 21. 2017, Moncton 43, St. John 23. Last year it was 42-23 for St. John. It's these two teams, they give it their all.
It's back and forth all the time, and I for a long time. I think Fredericton was the main competitor for the Wanderers for a number of years. And I don't know if it went back to most of the guys in the Wanderers are from here. And they played high school ball here. And they played against Fredericton High, who dominated everything in this province for, it seemed like 100 years.
When you have a city that size.
Objectionable conduct on Moncton, number 22.
Oh,
10-yard penalty applied on the kickoff penalty was good.
Cuthbertson, there's his second 15-yard penalty. I told you.
Well, that is why you are the coach and I am the learnee here. You told me that he was going to get 2. You told me at the first of the game, and sure enough,
they should take his frequent flyer miles card away from him.
He is the new John Phillips.
Yeah. But Wanderers are going to kick. Looks like we're set up for a short yardage.
They are setting up for an onside kick here. They want to get that quick one. Ooh. Yeah.
Good play by number 7. Jerome Doe. Pulled that one in. He's had a good game.
You know, it's funny when you get into those situations as a lineman, as a bigger guy on the field. You're always told, if the ball gets anywhere near you, just hit the turf.
Yep.
You're not built to run. You don't know how to run with the rock. Just hit the turf. Now, unfortunately, in number 7's case, he's built to run and has shown us a few times so far. But
he can make it happen. That's the smart play. Get the ball and hit the ground, protect the ball.
Comfort just, I think that might have been a broken play there. He just decided to turf it, and flag on the play.
Couple of flags on the ground.
We
movement
might have,
on the defense.
Yeah.
It could. The offensive line might have.
Looks like we're going up.
Offside. Defense, 5-yard penalty. First down.
The defense really need a quick 3-and-out on this one to put the game back in Binkowski's hands.
They do. The penalty hurts. Free 5 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, Comfort. He keeps it again. Is that Comfort or is it? Wow, that's close.
I
don't know if it's Comfort or Newcomb.
I think that's Newcomb.
Newcomb's the running guy.
No. That's Newcomb's right there. So
that must be Comfort.
That was Comfort.
Wow, Dan Comfort runs the ball. Now, since he's from Southern New Brunswick, do we call him Southern Comfort? in his comfort zone?
The guys from Moncton, listening to the broadcast with the the fellas from Moncton, that's what they say. He's in the comfort zone.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard that.
So I think he's there now.
I'm really surprised at the amount of times the quarterback has run, but again, in a game like this, you want to almost do the unexpected. And, oh, bang!
Yeah, Chris Reed, Rob Fox, they were there. They knew what was up.
All sorts of penetration. Did they come right around the outside or in? Oh, look, nobody stopped. Oh, no, Chris, that Reed, that kid has a nose for the ball like I've never seen anyone. The only other person I've seen with a nose for the ball like him is a kid named Josh Brown, who's also on the field.
Yeah.
And Josh Brown may be the best defensive player that's ever played in this league over the course of the history of this league.
He certainly is. He is up there in the numbers.
Comfort hands off to Ellis. Oh, he right up the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Looks like he might have a first down.
No, Coach. That's that was back far enough that he just got up to the original down marker.
Ellis.
We're third and 9 here.
Oh, that's right.
Couple of penalties put them back pretty far. So St. John's taking a timeout, likely to stop that clock. It won't start ticking until the ball's snapped now.
Yeah. A minute and 31 seconds, 2 touchdowns.
It's not impossible.
It's a challenge, but that's why we play the game, because you never know.
That's right.
QB Comfort had gone over to the bench to confer with the coach. Coach Best is calling the offense for the Mustangs this year. Those Best boys, they were some football players. I think there were 3 brothers. And
all the time.
Yep, unbelievable. So we have a 3rd and 8. We've got a minute and a half remaining in the game. Big stop for the defense here.
They need this one, Coach.
Comfort drops back. He wants to throw a little screen
and
underneath.
That's the center screen again. But
wow, they stop him short. What are the Mustangs going to do? That's going to be 4th and
1?
1 or 2, 1.5 maybe. Let's have a look. Yeah.
That puts that again, that feeling, the pit of your stomach when you think, especially this late in the game, like, oh man, I am going to get a sack here. This is going to be phenomenal.
That was Newcomb with that catch too, wasn't it?
Crap.
He's putting in a game.
Usually,
yeah, it's good to see. Usually the fellow who's the backup quarterback doesn't see the field very much, but they've certainly worked him into the offensive game plan, and he's made a substantial contribution.
Generally, people don't remember who the team's backup quarterback is, but we've certainly spoken his name a few times today.
Yeah, we have.
And kudos to Coach Best and really changing things up with him, putting him in the line, putting them in, and using him. Using his abilities.
All right, what do we got here? 4th and let's call it 2.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here.
They got Brandon
Newcomb. Brady Newcomb in underneath center.
In there as a fullback.
Yeah, and they got Newcomb in at under center. He is
they're going for 6.
Well,
wow.
it was
a minute and 17. Wow.
It may as well.
Yeah.
Your cross half.
That was a good play, because by having Caldwell in there, I'm sure that the defense suspected they were going to run that ball right behind Caldwell.
Brandon Caldwell's a big boy, and yeah, you can certainly get behind him and follow the leader.
Yeah.
So we've got a minute and 17 seconds left. Let's see what Coach Mike McGarvey can pull out of his bag of his tickle trunk of tricks, if you will.
Yeah.
And, see if he can't spark this offense to march down the field again. I suspect we're going to see some long bombs here by Binkowski.
Yeah, we got some young speed in there.
We got a lot of speed. 4 wide outs on one side, offside.
Oh, my heavens.
Bell. We got a flag here though, and we're pointing to the St. John, so it's going to go back 5 yards probably.
Yeah, the receivers again. It might have been one of the young guys who doesn't play very often. They don't have the timing down. New quarterback makes a difference. I think it was the wide receiver on the right side. I'm not sure who played there. Might have been number 8.
Mr. Bell does not look happy with the call.
Offside on the offense, number 80. Penalty's been declined. Second down.
He said 8-0 there, so that might be Mr. Noel.
I didn't see him out there, did I?
Yeah, no, Nick Noel. They're running a 4. They were running 4. Now they're running a 5.
Yeah, he's on the other side.
3 on one side, 2 on the other. Just
there he
got
goes.
It. Oh, and wow.
Oh, my heavens. Daniel Bell catches that one. Nick Binkowski hurls one. 65 yards, 6 more for the Wanderers. Can't believe that. That young Daniel Bell, we're going to be talking about him. He's either going to be in professional football or he's going to win the Pulitzer Prize. I'm not sure which, but that kid is going places. Wow, let's see. Binkowski, he jumps up and throws that. Look at Bell. Look at the concentration, the focus.
But Bell got lucky there.
Look at who's that number 6? He beat number 6 badly. And number 6 is looking for a penalty.
Yeah, he pushed him. There was a bit of a push there, but you know what?
6 is always looking for a penalty, isn't he?
Well, as a defensive player, whenever an offensive player gets one on you, you're gonna want a flag.
Fair enough. I'm a defensive guy too. I like the defense, and yeah, you're right. We do always look for
this is a very important kick here.
Wow.
We have got a 7-point game.
7-point game.
59 seconds left, Coach. What is going on here?
We got us a game.
This is a good old-fashioned St. John football game. Well, we got the creatures up in the side here on the rocks.
We do have the creatures on the rocks.
I don't know if our camera guy's going to get a good shot of them, but the creatures are up there. You know, the boys are up there. They're cheering on their St. John Wanderers. The crowd is they're not really sure what to do at this point.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm glad we're going to be able to say that it was a good game, close game.
This has been.
I can't believe with 7 turnovers that the Wanderers are within 7. Right? Can you believe this?
It's
between the penalties and the turnovers.
I don't know what to say, Coach. I mean, you're right. 7 turnovers. Generally, when you say, yeah, there were 7 turnovers, you think the game's going to be 50-12.
Yeah, you're right. This is amazing. Yeah, Binkowski has rejuvenated that offense.
He really...
that young Daniel Bell, he's done a good job. Ring Deneen. The younger guys are really making a difference. This team was pretty stable for a lot of years, but...
again, same Jerome...
Jerome Doe.
Oh, I got a pronunciation of his name here somewhere. Just let me fire up the old iPhone.
All right, let's see. The kick, it goes about 15, which benefits the Mustangs. Jerome Doe does pull that one in.
Shimpangla.
Is that an Irish name?
Not really sure. Shout out to a former teammate from Moncton who sent me that information.
Okay.
Matt Cormier. He did some coaching with the Moncton team.
Yeah.
So we've got 59 seconds left.
And we have a game.
Well,
John, we've got a game.
Do we? The St. John players do not look happy right now. If they do not have their timeouts, is it possible for Moncton to kneel this ball out with 59 seconds left, Coach?
I don't believe so. It's too close. The officials will sometimes let the ball run, but in a case like this game is too close. They're not going to.
I don't know. We got players.
Opportunity.
We got players with their helmets off. We've got. I can tell by the body language. Joel Seal. Not really sure what's going on right now.
quite often the officials will say, yeah, don't play or don't rush or don't go after the ball because, but again, this game is a little too important for the officials to dictate the end of it by doing that.
It's not a good ending.
But you may be right, John. Let's see what happens.
The intensity has dropped to 0, and we are in victory formation here for the Moncton Mustangs.
Wow.
So they'll let that. They're gonna kneel 4 downs out.
They're gonna have to kick it. That was only a second, I think, came off the clock.
Well, time will be blown in now.
Jeez. Yeah, this is.
It's
not right.
It sucks.
This
As a player,
isn't right. The official should not dictate the end of the game.
Well, I think St. John must have burned a timeout by accident, and that they can't stop the clock.
I thought they'd only used one in this half, but. "35 seconds, and the whistle's blown in.
I mean, time starts ticking.
Third.
They'll let that time count go to 0. Take the knee.
Now they'll have to go to 4th down.
And the time stops. And we are on 4th down. And he's just letting the time go. One more kneel, and that is it. That's all she wrote, Coach.
The Mustangs think so. They've got Coach Terrace with the water bucket over there already.
Ooh. This is it. And there it is, Coach. Congratulations to the Moncton Mustangs.
Yeah, winners of.
This is it certainly is heartbreaking. I've been there for the with the St. John Wanderers. I've been there through wins and losses, and it's a tough pill to swallow. But these teams have traded it back and forth the last couple of years.
Yeah, they sure have.
Last year, St. John traveled to Moncton, took that championship away from them in their home turf, and it's just back and forth. So now the teams will line up at half, and the league commissioner, Eric Sabian, will present the banner and the Terry McIntyre trophy to the Moncton Mustangs.
So the 2019 Maritime Bowl XVIII between the St. John Alpine Wanderers and the Moncton Mustangs is over. The Mustangs coming up with the 34-27 win. It was a tough game for the Wanderers with 7 turnovers. I know the boys are going to start to work now, get ready for next year. We'd like to thank everyone from watching, from John Kelly and Phil McGarvey here at Shamrock Park. Wish everyone a happy weekend, and go watch some football.
Due to the length of the preceding program, we now join the regularly scheduled program already in progress.
My hands are getting really tired.
Right, okay. Well, don't worry. The Mountain Expedition Vacuum Safe. I don't know why we put vacuum in. We very rarely
Your title's really long. Can you get to the rescue?
The Vacuum Rescue Safety Team is here for you, and we're going to get you off of the mountain.
My fingers are really sore. Hurry. Listen, man, just don't let go, okay?
All right, now I won't.
Whatever you do, don't let go of me.
Please identify the man holding on to your waist.
It's my best friend, Bill, okay?
Best friend, Bill. Whatever you do, don't let go. I have some tips to help you while we wait for the equipment to bring you down from that ledge. Do you have children?
Yes.
Then imagine yourself cuddling them right now.
I'm already there.
It's the #1 piece of mountain safety advice I can offer you.
I'm sorry, sir. The cuddling's working for Bill, but I feel like I would be choking my children to death, sir.
Vacuum service. Vacuum service.
Oh, the vacuum has arrived. Listen, Jerry, I know every time the alarm goes off, we send you out with the vacuum in case. Yeah, I do appreciate that, but. All right, Keith. We have a vacuum now, and that's not going to help. There's only very particular situations in mountain rescue where a vacuum will actually help. Surprised I even mentioned it. Listen, here's something to deflect all of your obvious fear. Hey, don't the stars look nice tonight? Why don't you think of that? Instead of
Bill! Bill, hold on to my feet, Bill.
Sorry, I was looking at the
Should I hang around to clean that guy up?
Yeah, he might create a lot of dust when he gets down here. We think we may have found a use for the vacuum after all.
How about a ladder?
My arms are on fire.
How about you got a ladder down there?
You know, looking back at it, it probably would have been better if we had named ourselves the Mountain Ladder Rescue Team.
No. Ladders are the devil's stairs.
Here's an idea for you while you're up there and we're waiting for useful equipment to come. A picture of fluffy little Teddy. And imagine you're wearing that fluffy little Teddy right now. And imagine Bill's wearing some stockings and maybe a garter.
Wait, what?
Now imagine, I'm just trying to deflect some of the tension up there.
I'm there.
Oh, Bill, I know you're there. Could you not be there? Could you think of something? Think about baseball, Bill.
Oh.
Why is thinking about baseball making it so much worse?
That's right. That's actually a good idea. Bill, imagine Keith's wearing a baseball uniform, but only the top and a ball cap. You're wearing, I don't know, maybe one big leather mitt.
Yeah.
Ooh, and you're holding him in your mitt like he's a baseball and you're a mitt.
The baseball mitt has a vacuum. Yeah.
Keith.
Yeah.
Keith, I've got a request from the vacuum guy down here. Can you pretend while you're wearing the baseball outfit, can you pretend like you're also operating a vacuum?
I want you to make vacuum noises.
If I pretend like I'm operating a vacuum, I'm gonna fall.
Keith, I want to remind you of something.
Okay.
If you think about your situation right now, 30,000 feet above us, and amazing that this megaphone will speak that far away, and yet,
oh God.
It's a vacuum-based megaphone. That's
we
right.
don't even have a megaphone. That's what's really impressive.
Yeah.
Exactly. The most important thing is that we deflect your fears.
What if you guys set that vacuum to blow? Blow us on up.
Listen here, college boy.
Just a second, I'll transfer the megaphone over to the vacuum man.
Oh. Listen here, college boy. I've been around my fair share of vacuums ever since you were in short pants. And I don't think the vacuum has